Oh, now I'm Suris because Suris isn't here.
Come on in, Nick. Start.
You know what's weird? Like I was watching a Papa Meat video earlier, and like I went over to our screen on YouTube, and I have for the top comment on our video, install Raid for free, iOS/Android/PC, pinned by Papa Meat, and I was so confused for a little bit there.
Papa Meat is officially a moderator on our channel, and we are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Jesus. Yeah, but welcome everybody to Sunset City, a Raid podcast for the Shadow Age. I don't know. I'm so tired. It is, guys. It's Green's birthday today. It's the color Green's birthday. Happy birthday, color Green.
Hang on.
So
Wait. What? How can Green have a birthday? At what point was Green born? At what point in our recorded history could we have witnessed the birth of a color?
Oh, see, this is how I know you're a Sonic fan, because I have to explain stupid jokes to you.
I quit.
Back it up, boys.
Yeah,
good run.
We had a good one. We had a good one. I'm Nick. I'm the father of Green. I birthed it. You're welcome. Wayne's also here.
I am present. That is true.
Pup.
I want to unwrap Wayne.
You're... Why you? Just why?
Why are you?
Oh, God. Well, yeah, we're Tuckery today. Gilly will be with us soon enough. Suris is dead.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Get this boy a tombstone.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. No, wrong one. Suris. There we go. Gilly will be here shortly.
Yeah, unfortunately, Suris has passed away, but hopefully he'll recover enough to pitch in for his portion of the hotel at PAX East.
Yeah,
which is next week.
That's the big reason we want Suris to get better, is so that he can help pay for the hotel.
I mean, that shit's expensive, man.
I mean, yeah, no, I do agree, to be honest. I can't afford to do all that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually need to extend a day for us as well, because everyone's going to stick around for Caddy and Gerard's show, which I'm very excited to see. And that's Sunday night. And we need to figure out some cool shit to do. Like, we need to figure out when we're going to go see Wayne, too.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's happening with seeing Wallace and the potential New York trip. Potential.
I don't know if I... Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out, because I think a large part of it's going to depend on what we can afford to get back over to the West Coast.
Yeah, like, at this rate, though, it probably might pay us to stick around the East Coast for a little bit longer so that we can wait for flight prices to the West Coast? Yeah, West Coast to go down again.
Oh, well.
Oh, I thought you said the West Coast.
Now that's my favorite coast, you know? Like,
West side.
I mean, surely you could have the east of the West, like, sort of almost central but still west of center. That would be West, right?
Are you talking northwest?
No, I'm not talking northwest. What does north have? Let's pretend we got a straight horizontal line, okay? And there's the center of it. There's the east and the west. But if you are slightly east of the west, but still not near enough to the center, that would be west, right?
Ow. Fuck, my brain.
That would
Ow.
be east-west. Actually, no, that would be oust. No, wait. West would be the west of the east.
Stop thinking. Stop
How
thinking.
did you graduate anything?
So that would be in the sea.
I think you would just stand absolutely fucking still, is what it sounds like.
I don't like this.
West. I have a West infection.
Oh God. How you gents doing today?
I'm a little sleepy. I'm hard at work on a video again, which is nice.
A little sleepy. I'm hard.
Oh no.
Oh my God, that's adorable. All right, I guess we actually do have Sonic news. That it's amazing, right? Like every time we don't have anything to talk about, like it's literally like the day before we're gonna do the show, there's suddenly something to talk about. I feel like they
Literally.
drop all of their Sonic news on Thursdays. I'm starting to learn this.
I thought we were
'Cause
going
we
to
got
have
a
to talk
Tails
about those fucking Sonic Prime trucks for an episode. I was like, what the hell do we do here?
Welcome to the Sonic G Fuel episode.
You know, I've been meaning to film that. Maybe I just wait for Pup to get here. I don't want to see him hopped up on G Fuel though.
You've
I
already
don't want to
seen...
see him.
Oh, wow. I had a G Fuel at yours the last time I was there, you dope. And it was, like, no different. Like...
That's terrifying.
This is not the DreamWorks movie Over the Hedge, where Hammy has the fucking drink and pioneered the Quicksilver bullet time scene. This is real life. Energy drinks don't do shit.
I'm glad somebody recognizes exactly where that started.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Okay, who did it first? Hammy in Over the Hedge or Fry in Futurama?
Oh, that would have to be Fry, right? Like...
Yeah, because there's the 100th cup of coffee scene.
Yeah, so Futurama did it.
Well, Futurama's just most things.
Futurama
just
is an
rules.
innovative show.
Futurama's
Like...
really good.
I love Futurama. I really, really do. I wish the game didn't suck.
Yeah, I still kind of want to get my hands on it. It's just so expensive for a game that I know is not good.
I got very lucky. That was a thrift store find for me. I have the Xbox copy.
Oh, damn.
And even though it's not like a good game, like just the general aesthetic of Futurama is just pleasant to have on my shelf. Like it's just one of those things that's so colorful. Like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that feels nice.
Oh, it's a good-looking show.
Yeah.
You know what I
cover to a game too.
You know what I'd kill for, just because even if it's not great, I love the prospect of like a show I really like, just kind of having that supplementary like game material. I would love to see a game based off the Venture Brothers.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be nice.
I think it would be great. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, we've seen Brock Sanson in a game. He was in the Poker Night?
Yeah, Poker Night.
Yeah.
They should make a game based on South Park, which is like a first-person shooter kind of deal, where you shoot at turkeys, and it would be amazing.
I don't know, but I feel like that would get messy, really. I feel like that game would almost not be good at all.
I need Gilly to get on here, and we need to talk about it. I keep talking about video ideas for the second channel, because like I don't make update videos, but I was like, talked with you guys about. I was like, we're gonna kind of keep more focused on Sonic stuff and Sonic adjacent stuff on the main channel, just because that's what people are there for. But I really want to get back to the weird crap I've wanted to do on a second channel, and I really want to do a video just talking about all the South Park games. That first one specifically.
I got a
holy
question.
shit, what a fascinating mess that is.
Could you still theoretically do Game Apologist episodes under the Game Apologist label that are on things outside of Sonic? I know that, like, you don't always pull in the most views when you do that, but, like, I gotta say, I think you're actually really, really good at looking for the good in bad games.
Well, thank you. Considering I'm a cynical old man.
I think that's when you're at your best, when I was, like, looking through some old videos, like, man, he's actually very good at making compelling arguments for things he doesn't like.
It's amazing when you're compassionate about something.
It's also a shame to just kind of like neuter the meaning of the Game Apologist as a title, when in reality people only seem to be interested in the Sonic Apologist.
Let's be real though.
That's the audience's fault.
It's still fitting. It's still fitting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think, yeah, maybe call it Game Foibles so you don't run into any legal problems.
I mean, like, if anything, it would just, like, I'd probably just have to change the channel to Sonic Speed Reading.
The thing is, that would be a complete, like, nuclear bomb as far as SEO is concerned.
Yeah, that's why we're just not touching it right now. The main focus I'm going to have right now is just, I want us to get enough traction where I could either have you on a little bit more full-time for editing, or, maybe somebody else just to help manage stuff, but also just get back to like
just
so I can double up on content.
No, somebody else. Just me. Just.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that'd be a fun thing to do because I get so jealous of Wayne every time he gets a new video out. I'm like, oh man, I want to do fun shit like that again.
Oh man, I want to do fun shit.
Dude,
oh man, oh jeez.
I did a
nothing against Sonic. I genuinely love Sonic. I was like, I keep thinking about that to myself. Like, yeah, I'm a Sonic tuber, and it was just like, are you gonna whine about it? Because like the moment you whine about it, like there's gonna be like 20 other people that'll be like, okay, you don't want it, I do. It's like, fuck it, I love Sonic.
Oh man,
so,
don't want to talk about Sonic anymore. Oh man, I want to talk about something else. Oh man.
I did run a little question on Twitter earlier this week where I was just kind of asking what people's favorite video of mine was. And I cannot tell you how happy I was to see so many people cite that Miltom video, the hot air balloon one. Because I was just like, yeah, I loved doing that. And I want to do more just weird shit like that.
Yeah, because gaming's beautiful, man. Like, there are so many people with wild ideas out there that put it out there. And I think that's wonderful. And Certified, I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm promising you, no, YouTube will tell you a different story. It's a bad idea to put everything on one channel unless everybody's there. You and I'm not Catachris, you know.
I do feel like if I have to fit into a niche of what I'm doing now, I'm kind of happy that right now it's Digimon, if only because that has been a surprisingly rewarding series to look into. Such a strange fucking franchise of video games. And I end up appreciating stuff in things I would not expect to.
Yeah. And I mean that Digimon video was that was next level, bud. Like nobody else was getting that deep with any of their reviews. So I can't wait for the next one.
I'm working on it. I promise. It's been a long road, but I think where I'm at now, a lot of it has just been prepping for being able to get a lot of that shit out there. And I'm finally at a place where, like, yeah, I can finally upload again soon. Hopefully next week we'll get the card battle one out there, which I'm honestly really excited for. I was dreading playing that game, and I honestly end up really just wanting to talk about it. So.
Ooh. There's a super chat there. I can't wait for us to get into.
Oh, who's logging those?
Ooh,
Wayne's been doing it.
Oh, good boy.
It's been a minute since I've logged him, so
thank you for your assistance there. Well, I mean, do we want to keep beating each other's puds over our very lucky and amazing?
Why do you call it a pud? Where does that phrase come from?
It comes from not wanting to get demonetized. That's what it comes from.
Oh,
like,
I was gonna say
you landed one with pud. You could have said like winky or something. Like pud, really? Makes it
I
sound
was
like
gonna say pup.
That little thing.
That friend of mine whose name you were making fun of actually was saying the other day that he watched your Chris Chan video and liked it quite a bit. So you know.
Now I feel bad for making fun of his name.
Good, you should.
I will mock them until they compliment me.
Can I say? You know what? I take it back now. Like, no more bullying. You said nice things.
Just. I love that you're the bully here when I could just throw you like a fucking football.
Yeah, but isn't that the way it works, you know? Like
is that any way to just talk to a little baby boy?
I have to agree with Wayne, I'm afraid, Nick. You seem like kind of an abuser, if I'm being honest.
Make me my fudge stripes, you son of a bitch.
I do have like one other bit of gaming news I want to talk about before we get into the Sonic related stuff.
On,
let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go on, Wayne.
This has probably already been going on
Come
for
on, Wayne.
weeks.
Say it.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Say it. Don't keep us waiting.
Okay.
Go on.
I'll go. I'll
Is
do
this
it.
Is this what you guys sound like when you have sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm laughing. That's a joke.
God fucking damn it. This has probably already been a thing for weeks. Could have been over a month. I just noticed it the other day, and it excites me for the stupidest fucking reasons. But, fucking Pac-Man is crossing over with 7-Eleven for, like, special merch and stuff like that.
Oh my god! I didn't post that online.
No,
I got
kidding.
I got a pink Pac-Man coffee.
Yeah! Dude, I want the t-shirt. The t-shirt's adorable.
There's a t-shirt?
Dude, there's up on their website. You can buy like t-shirts and shit, and they've got like the 7-Eleven logo, but like It's in the Pac-Man font.
Wait, hold on. Nick, you made fun of me for wanting the McRib merch, which I ended up not getting because you made fun of me.
It's
Yeah,
Pac-Man.
7-Eleven Pac-Man's okay?
It's Pac-Man.
It's just like making fun of you. Get a McRib get a McRib.
I can't
that's
now.
awesome.
It's done. It's over.
Well,
it's done.
Should have made.
That's what you get for listening to peer pressure. Because I gotta tell you right now, you've seen my game room. You know how much stupid fast food merch is up on my wall.
God, I do, don't I? God damn it.
It sounds like you should have jumped on the McRib merch and some independence sooner.
I really, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna look on eBay and see if I can find any McRib merch. While it's not too late, you know.
I'm gonna look at McRib merch. Do you know how often I get distracted looking up pizza merch?
I believe it.
Dude, okay, I'm looking on the wrong website because this is eBay UK. I ought to be looking on, Oh my god, you can buy the literal clamshell that a McRib came in 1990.
I need to show you guys this picture. Oh my god.
Is it in backrooms?
It will be in 2 seconds.
Okay.
In 2 seconds. Hang on. And there we go.
Oh god.
Alright, what is this?
Oh, yeah, next time I'm out there, though, we gotta eat at Cracker Barrel, yeah? At least.
Let's get a list going. Let's get a
Yeah,
secondary
we need to
list.
get, like, a
of
list
Cracker
of the places that we haven't eaten already on trip number 1.
Okay, so get stuff that you want to check out done, because we're gonna try and get stuff sorted out. And we also, so like the SA2 Hills.
Yeah, the SA2 Hills we want to see. Like, we now have a big chance at doing that. We can see Dustin, though, right?
I mean, I'm gonna have to park my car, Dustin. So yeah,
Can Dustin come with?
Dustin's always down to clown. He's a sweet boy.
Hell yeah, I love Dustin.
Everyone loves Dustin. He's a sweet man.
Dustin's a king.
Yeah. Oh man. And happy birthday also. Now I'm thinking about it. Is it Irish the Hedgehog?
Oh, yes. It's St. Paddy's Day, isn't it? So that's why my roommate is going to be out likely all night tonight. Because he's Irish.
That reminds me. Is there any green bagels I can order like I did last year?
You know,
God
Irish
damn
people
it.
are
I'm not
very...
eating another bagel on stream.
Irish people are very happy people. I respect the Irish a lot from what I've met. Except for that one substitute teacher at my primary school who kind of sucked. But, like, you know... One is never indicative, and the other one that killed someone. But, like, you know, like, again, like, 2 people is never indicative of an entire people.
And then he finds a third, and then a fourth.
I can't find a third or a fourth. I've literally only got the 2. And let's be honest, one of them is definitely not comparable to the other.
What kind of cream cheese is there? There was this place I ordered green bagels from last year, and it really irritated Gilly when I told him because he lives in the New York area.
Yeah.
But I ordered green bagels from the New York area, and they had this Irish cream, fucking cream cheese, and it was delicious. It was so good.
I don't know why I didn't choose to have Irish the Hedgehog as today's thumbnail. Why I went to the trouble of making Yakonic into a 3D thing when I could have just taken...
Is that yours?
I did that, yeah. I whipped it up in like 5 minutes, so it's not very good, but like...
Tell them I hate them.
God, that is my favorite Professor Farnsworth line. What was the one in Futurama where it was like, "You've killed me! You've killed me! What have I done? I just told you! You've killed me!"
It was Farnsworth.
That was one of those, fuck, what's that called?
Not
it
Treehouse
was,
of Horrors. That's
the spooky
Yeah,
door.
well,
The scary door?
It was one of those, yeah, it was one of those where they look through the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I know
yeah.
the one you mean. Yeah, yeah.
What if?
Basically, what ifs. Wayne, I have an embarrassing question to ask.
All right.
I literally don't remember what your video game news was.
Oh, it was the Pac-Man thing.
Oh, I thought he was
Oh,
about to say,
yeah.
like, does my penis look normal?
I'm gonna look that up now.
You're gonna look up if your penis looks normal.
I mean, right after this.
What are you gonna
Pac-Man
do?
stuff,
Go to
doesn't-
Reddit and post it, or what?
Just WebMD.
Is it usual to have a green foreskin?
Oh, can I dip my dick in sprinkles?
That's the last time I rubbed the Irish cream all over my cock.
You know what I just... Wow. Wayne, did you see that Pac-Man actually has had previous 7-Eleven tie-ins before?
They really?
Yeah, there's like vintage 1983 cups for Slurpees and shit.
I gotta run over later today just for like editing the fuel, but like I want to get, they have like a Blinky flavor for like the Slurpee, and I want to see if they have like a special cup for it or something.
They've got Pinky and they got Blinky and Inky. I think the red and the blue ones. They took over the raspberry and the cherry.
Where the fuck is Clyde? Where's Clyde? He's the orange one.
No. Clyde's got the sad one. I saw it at my 7-Eleven, but there's like this weird sad printout that they slapped on the side of one of the coffee makers. Just Clyde's coffee or some shit like that. It was just really sad.
I just it is kind of like fitting because like, you know, he was sort of the joke where everybody's got these little rhyming names and then there's just fucking Clyde.
Here's what I want to know. Where the hell's Pac-Man?
On the t-shirt.
Maybe that's the
Just a
theme. Maybe
t-shirt?
there's a mystery.
Why can't I eat Pac-Man? He's known for eating.
Oh no. Waka 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 waka. I'm had like a pizza box or something that was like, you know, Pac-Man. I'm a little sad because I saw the promotional stuff, but I'm not seeing merch like in the stores, and I'm like, oh, come on, I want to go get a Pac-Man cup at 7-Eleven, and I'm not seeing them anywhere. That makes me sad. There is some like sweepstakes stuff you can do like through their rewards program. Like they even teamed up with Arcade 1-Up to make a special 7-Eleven Pac-Man machine. But you know, other than that, I don't know. I just like Pac-Man.
I do too. I keep every time I see new Pac-Man merch, it catches my eye every single time. It's just something pleasant about it. I really like all these shirts, man. These are really well designed.
Aren't they adorable?
Yeah, these are great. These
Give
are
me
really
just
nice.
a second.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wayne is
Sorry,
gone.
my allergies been acting up. I just had to clear my throat. I'm good.
Are you sick?
I like that there's a pizza one, there's a donut one, there's one that looks like a Slurpee. This is great. All right. Enough dilly-dallying. We got a Tails tube yesterday.
Gamers rise up.
Oh, also Webster. So funny. We're actually not early, at least by American time, because daylight savings is still a thing for some reason, and
Yeah. So
we almost ran into an issue with that this morning. Again.
Yeah, like, remember last year where I had my little anime entrance, so I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late, guys. Like, that was what happened that time. So, because America has the populative dominion over this podcast, we had to move it to earlier, before I was ready!
Sorry.
It's like, what time is it over there?
Well, it's an hour earlier than usual. Yeah, that's all, you know?
Isn't it like 4 p.m. over there?
Yeah, it's no big. I mean, it was 4 p.m. when we started, yeah.
God damn it. Shut the fuck up.
What? I wasn't emotionally ready, okay?
Oh my god.
Why do your clocks change at a different time to ours? Is it not all the same planet?
It's dumb, man.
You've always got to be different, haven't you?
I like David Crespo here. Pack Pizza is getting a whole pie, but they just take out one slice.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that would have been cute.
Oh, Anthology of Interest was the
Futurama
that's
what it's
thing.
called.
Thank you, Mr. SP. Can always rely on you.
now entering the scary door.
This is the
Watch
story
Futurama.
of Chris Chan. Alright, so shall we refer to the piss?
Yeah,
Okay, so...
I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I guess maybe it's just because we've talked about this shit so much. Like, I watched that Tails tube and I was like, yeah, we kind of knew that already.
Can I read
then,
the first bullet point verbatim?
Yeah, go for it. You wrote it.
Okay. Amy comes on Tails' show, and Tails asks her exclusively about Sonic and nothing about her, making him a shit host.
Yeah.
These two really need some agency. Like, we've gone from them being like, oh, I'm going to travel far away and have my own adventures at the end of Frontiers, to this is my show all about Sonic. As you can see, Sonic's butt cheeks are extra flappy today.
All they were really trying to do was just be like, hey, look, don't overthink the time travel stuff. Like, multiple versions of Sonic exist out there, multi-dimensional garbage, as per usual. And yeah, because there's different canons out there.
I mean, yeah.
And then I jumped onto Twitter.
It's a canon cleanup, isn't it? Like
yeah. I think the main source of confusion that people had was, classic Sonic being from an earlier point in time, and then Forces is just like, no, he's from another dimension. And this was just kind of clearing up that they kind of see like a place in time as a sort of dimension in and of itself. So it's still it's weird the way they worded it, but it's also like, sure.
I also like that in universe they've officially dubbed Classic Sonic as Classic Sonic. I love the idea that if a little me came out of a portal and he's younger, we'd all just nickname him Classic Pup. And it's like, that would not be the first thing that springs to mind when you see a younger version of yourself.
First thing you'd be like, God, where have the years gone?
And Pup just looking at a younger version of himself, and he's just like, oh, so classic.
Fuck off.
Oi, oi. Classic right there.
I'd be like, I'm taller than you. That'd be my first thought.
You'd probably punt him.
I probably would, and then I'd have to deal with the consequences immediately. Because the time flow is different.
It really felt like it was trying to have its cake and eat it too.
At that point, you would be different versions of yourself.
Yeah, I would have changed because I got punted in the face. Like,
well, no, because like by virtue of you meeting your older self, which is not something that your present self has encountered before, a different version of you exists now that has encountered your older self as your younger self, thus changing that from your.
So it's literally like double the wisdom. Effectively, like
no, like that new younger version of you would have no impact on you as a person, because that has become your past. That has become your.
You're trying to make it sound more confusing than it is. The experience.
It's not.
Of
No. It's just how quantum dynamics works.
Would change you as a person, which would have a ripple effect on the older version of you.
No, because by virtue of you going back and seeing another version of yourself.
I'm not going back.
That is an event. Okay. Well, if he comes here, then he is now experiencing things different from what you have experienced.
Exactly.
So that doesn't change you.
Yes, it does.
That would just change him.
I have the memories of that happening now. From
no,
that's
not how that fucking works at all.
When I was him, I've got the memories of who he was because he is me, just from the past. So
he's not you anymore. He's a parallel version of you from a split world line.
If you're going for the divergent timeline theory,
that's the only one that makes sense.
And what fucking time travel makes any sense to begin with? It's impossible.
You know what? Usually I argue against Pup, but I was kind of going to get to that point. Like, it's all fucking theoretical, imaginary, goddamn sci-fi garbage.
I've seen it explained a million different ways, and it's never made any level of sense to me unless you were explaining it through splitting world lines.
Yeah, it makes more sense the way you put it, Wayne. 100%. But also,
but that would suggest
sci-fi imaginary bullshit that doesn't
no, but this would suggest there's alternate running timelines. Whereas if we were to displace your younger self to now and then send him back, he'd have the memories of coming to now. So you would have the memories of coming to now from when he was younger. So that would double your experience points.
And this is where I turn it around and yell at Pup.
But that's why it becomes a paradox, because then you...
Yeah, because now you're talking factually, like that is how that would happen.
No, but I'm saying in my version. In my version of time travel, that's how that would work.
Yeah, but that's how paradoxes are created.
How does that... Well, I mean, yeah, that would change a few events, but those events would just pop in, right? Like, as soon as you sent home.
Well, no, because then you can't go back in... because then the time travel can't take place the same way, in which case those new events...
Sure, because he came here. You didn't go there, he came here.
Right, but then that changes like the course of history for that younger version, thus meaning that like the world in which it exists that he's going to and the version of you that he's going to meet have now altered, and he can't experience that the same way.
No, he can. What I'm saying is,
and
the world as you know
because
it,
like
the world as you know it today pops out, and the new world pops into its place.
Okay. All right.
No.
Right. So, in Sonic's world, they've done it a couple different ways. Ian did a pretty decent job in Archie when they were rebooting the whole series and trying to bring in more of the game canon near the end of the book's run, where we see exactly where Sonic kind of popped in from his run on Generations, which was different from what we saw in Mania Adventures. In Archie Classic Sonic, he popped into the beginning of the Sonic CD adventure, and his memories just kind of started fading from that adventure. So there's multiple ways you could explain away linear time travel, but in terms of Tails Tube and this world and their time travel bullshit, did they really kind of clear up anything?
I mean, you could just say that the whole "you're from another dimension" was just the characters talking shit. You know, like, you could just say everyone was just fucking stupid that day.
I think they were doing their best to try and justify that retcon from Sonic Forces, where Tails was like, yeah, this is younger Sonic, but technically, if you think about it, time travel is just another form of dimensional travel.
Does that mean that them trying to explain that Blaze was from an alternate dimension versus being from a different time in other games is just kind of like condensing that back into one thing?
So wait, the future is the soul dimension because the sun is there, but the sun's already here, so surely that's a paradox too. Explain it, Wayne. Use your quantum theories.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got you.
Watch Steins Gate.
But something I was thinking was, classic Sonic being from another dimension seems well-intentioned enough for one reason, alright? The idea that you could have a continuity of classic Sonic games where he stays as the classic Sonic. So you could do infinite Sonic Mania sequels, as far as you're concerned. You could have it as a strictly offshoot brand and make all these new memories that have no effect on the canon of the modern Sonic. I can kind of see the logic in that, but what I think they could have easily said was that after Generations, there was a fucking timeline split or something. They could just say, once Classic went back, it was a divergent timeline, so it's another dimension, and, I don't know, some fuckery, dickery, pokery caused him to stay in his classic form for a little longer. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
But how would Tails know that?
Tails wouldn't fucking know that.
So
I mean,
that's
no, he does know. No, he knows. He's a genius.
Well, no, I think they kept it vague enough because they started off kind of with time travel, saying like this was a younger Sonic, but then they started talking about other dimensions from there, and then everyone was turning that into like, oh hell yeah, that means everything's canon. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but Tails is a genius, and he literally has a time machine.
Does he have a time machine?
Yeah. Have you never played the Game Gear one? Tails and the Time Machine.
Listen only.
It was I think it was an EU only release. That might explain it, but like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Tails and the Time
Machine. You were there for that one, right?
I wasn't there for it, but I did a little research on it. And it's one like a bit like the Tales and the Music Maker thing, where it's kind of in book form. But like, yeah,
was that kind of like Mario's hot tub time machine?
What? Shut up. He builds like a time machine using like the tornado, and like he has to hit 80 miles an hour, and then it sends him in time. And then he has to get back to Hill Valley.
88 miles per hour.
Wait, hang on. No, I'm getting it confused with Back to the Future. Never mind.
You know, I was kind of disappointed with. I really was hoping they would kind of take that time to like, because it really has to be one thing or the other, right? Where they're talking like a time displays Sonic, and I really felt like they should have focused on time travel in the world of Sonic and trying to clear it up best they can, because we have two other big glaring portions of time travel in the world of Sonic, that being Sonic CD and Sonic 06.
Yeah, how the fuck does Silver time travel?
I'm just trying to create like a Mandela effect where I can lead people to believe that there was an EU exclusive game called Tales in the Time Machine.
We've already listen. I have already expressed on several occasions. Expressed. I have already expressed on several occasions. I don't trust a single fucking word that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, I've already expressed my frustrations with you.
So what if I were to say, Wayne is a cool dude?
Then I would think you're trying to manipulate me.
What if I were to say Wayne objectively exists? He's a real person with his own free will and conscious thought.
Then I would have an existential crisis.
Yes, you are a real person, aren't you? Yes, you do belong here.
I was so close to being on actual topic. I was so close. You ADHD-addled pieces of garbage. I swear to God.
Don't you also have ADHD?
Yeah, but I'm trying to hyperfixate.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm trying to do my own ADHD stuff over here, and you're trying to encroach on that with your ADHD.
I want to get back to the time travel question, because the more I think about it...
Yes, is time travel possible?
What I was trying to think in terms of, like, your question, in terms of, like, how Silver does it, from my understanding, and it's been a million years since I've fully played through Sonic 06, when I first played through it, I was like, we're just doing Shadow again. This is what Silver can do with the Chaos Emeralds. Like, every time a new Hedgehog is brought into the series, we see new forms of power with the Emeralds, depending on how they use it. And I kind of thought that was just kind of what they were going with, where Sonic learns Chaos Control just by watching Shadow do it. And then when Silver shows up, both of them, in turn, realize that they can unlock the ability of time travel. That's the way that makes the only kind of sense to me. And then they just kind of lost that ability and that, I don't know, the ability, I don't know, just because they forgot how to do it.
Sonic could have forgotten because the events were erased.
It really should have just been the fucking time stones.
In fairness, you could also just make the theory that I have, that Silver just gets whapped out and then he just comes here.
But I still think that's going to be one more big thing for them to kind of sort out eventually, maybe. I think they were trying to get all that settled with this little Tails tube while trying to make sense of it. And again, also having their cake and eat it too, where it's like, yeah, it could be time travel. It could be another dimension, but technically one and the same, right? Let's talk about Sonic with 4 arms and everything. And then everyone's going to be distracted with their own favorite personal canons. And then everyone can just retweet everything as canon.
Yeah, notice how we went from a somewhat interesting discussion about time travel in the Tails Tube to more multiverse shit. Because that's not like an oversaturated thing or anything.
I cannot wait for multiverse stuff to grow out of fashion. You know who I blame for this? Fucking Spider-Man. God damn it. All the way back in the fucking 90s cartoons, Spider-Man out here teaming up with other versions of himself, and this is a trend that's been going on for decades. I really love Into the Spider-Verse, but are the consequences worth it?
But Wayne,
dude, that's DC. That's DC. If you want to blame anyone.
Spider-Man did not invent the multiverse. The multiverse was invented by Family Guy.
What?
In the hit episode to the Multiverse, which spawned a spin-off video game.
The episode that came out after the episode from the Spider-Man cartoon?
No.
No, but DC, though, Nick, I'm not as familiar with their content, so I guess they were fucking with that more.
Literally the entire structure of DC hinges
the Earth
on
1
multiverse.
And Earth 2 bullshit. You know what? I say we should just blame the guy that created the theory of the multiverse.
You blame Flash.
No, I'm going to go back in time and kill the guy that came up with the multiverse theory.
I'm blaming Flash.
Wait, Futurama did it though. They did the multiverse.
So the publishing with DC became kind of a fucking disaster because there was like multiple versions of the same character around in different comics, and if they were going to do like Justice League or Justice Society or any of these other things, it was getting harder and harder to make sense of why this person was here, but also here and this and that and the other. And they eventually just had to explain that there's 2 different Earths. And then that eventually turned into this big event, which is now known nowadays as crisis events, where they basically just have to clean house and try and restructure their big giant fucking multiverse garbage. It kind of started there back in the 40s and 50s.
And then Marvel Comics aped that with the incursions.
To be fair, those crisis events are always entertaining. Like, again, it depends how the multiverse gets used.
I really don't think they're worthwhile unless you've been paying attention leading up to those particular points.
Yeah, but if you do, it's like a good little reward for sticking with it, and it does at least set a new status quo in place.
it's tiresome if you're a long time Sonic fan, not Sonic fan.
It-
Well, I mean,
well,
this actually works for Sonic too, but like it's tiresome.
I think Sonic
because, like,
needs a Crisis on
gets-
Infinite Earths event.
it gets
oh no,
tiresome
like, no, like
within.
Sonic needs a full brand reboot.
It does
Full
get
stop.
tiresome within the one cartoon centered around multiverses that Sonic stars in. So
I think we were just kind of building to this point. Like, I think we're just trying to build lore around giant corporate crossovers.
yeah, and that's like I was mostly joking before about like who do we have to blame? Multiverses were a mistake. It's a fun idea. It's just God, there's too damn much of it. It's like the one idea everybody's been toying with lately. I don't even blame Spider-Man for it. I fucking blame Rick and Morty.
It feels like there's like a Hollywood
Like-
Illuminati that sat around a table like multiverses will be the thing.
I mean, I know everyone's supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah. I
roiling
feel-
now, but I didn't hate Rick and Morty because they actually played with the concept itself. They didn't use it as an excuse to have all of your favorite action figures in the same toy box.
Right,
I
right. I view it reason why it's so popular now.
I mean, the thing I will say is, I would have preferred if Sonic Prime were a big fucking we got all the toys back in the toy box wank fest. Like, if we did actually have like Boom Sonic and Movie Sonic or whatever appear, I'd much rather have that over Pirate Sonic and Pirates on a
I was
Boat
going to
Sonic.
get to that too. I was going to get to that too,
There's
and
some
I
pirates on
agree
a
with
boat.
you. I agree with you 100%. And I've been fucking rambling about it ever since my channel started, which is I'm so fucking tired of Sega just dicking about and not just getting their house in order. Because if they're going to play around with multiverse, what do they give us? They give us Pirate Knuckles, or they give us Four-Armed Sonic, or a weird
Tyrannosaurus
two
Rex on a
arms.
boat.
They give us stupid shit like that when they could be like, look, your favorite cannons are out there somewhere. If they just put screenshots of Sonic X and Sad AM and Adventures, if you just slap that on the screen, that fan base blows up. They
Thing
blow
is,
the fuck up.
then I'd want to see it. I'd then want to see it actually go somewhere.
I mean, yeah, everyone wants to see it either way, but just like the mere at this point, I think there's a lot of disparate fan bases that would just want the acknowledgement. They just want fucking something. Like, speaking of DC, like, at the very least, they understand, like, hey, we'll throw you an action figure every now and then. I got a Hot Wheels Batman Forever Hot Wheels thing.
Yeah,
the
that's
other day.
awesome. Like, that is the thing, is like Sonic. Like, you could easily have like Jack Pacific do like a Sad AM toy line or something.
Yeah,
it
and
would
you don't
probably
need to
sell
bring
fine.
them back. It would. I mean, if you know who you're selling to, because all of those fans are now in their mid 30s, I would assume, like old bitches like me. You just put out a premium line,
Yeah, you put
just like with a low print run. Like, we're
Yeah.
all gonna snatch it up.
yeah, low numbers, small production. You could price them high. Don't just because you can doesn't mean you should. But yeah, you could price them as collector's items. Fucking $50 fucking Sally Acorn action figure. You know, like fucking.
Yeah, no,
it would sell.
I've been talking with friends about this, and I really want to do like a Freedom Fighters video, kind of talking about that, because I'm so tired of seeing shitty people just trying to dunk on fan bases. Like there's merit to everybody here. There's merit to all of these fans. There's merit to the creation, all of the talent these creators have put into helping this brand build up. And like, nobody should be trying to dunk on like the later fans or like the European fans or anything. Like, Sega, sort it out. Like, bring in the Fleetweg characters, bring in the American characters, and even if they aren't in the main canon, fucking make some money.
Yeah, I mean, for
Like, we
real,
don't
like
really have
it's
collections.
it's one thing
Sort
that
it out.
it's one thing that there's no dick stuff, but like you could at least have like a Greg Martin Sonic action. What I do? It's literally called that. I don't know how else I could have.
It's called Deke. They literally say it when they show their fucking
Yeah,
opening.
Dick. You just said that's what you said. You're
Yeah,
just,
accents
you're just saying
aside,
it with
there
this
is
little
a
fucking anime accent. You know. Like,
Thank you, Channel Pup.
Accents aside, there is a way to say something wrong, and it would be that.
what Deke? Yeah, that is wrong. Yeah, exactly.
No,
No, I definitely have somebody edit my videos and then put in the editing notes, "You're saying it wrong" on my own fucking video.
Did I do that?
Okay.
I think I did that.
Yeah, you did. Like the last. God damn it.
Yeah, no, that was in the Frontiers thing, wasn't it? Because
Yes!
you were mispronouncing fucking what was it? What was it you were mispronouncing? They literally say the thing out loud. You had no excuse.
No, I did that for a Mephiles too. I did Mephiles, and before
No, I know,
that,
I understand Mephiles, you fucking.
no, but like I've been going back to some of my
Oh
Mecha
yeah,
Marksman
no,
videos
Solaris
to
it was.
see-
You were saying Solaris, you fucking. Fruitcake.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to say anything, but that was driving me nuts.
Aha!
Who
Aha!
gives a shit? Fuck
Yeah.
that game. like I just got done saying
You
like,
only-
hey,
you
everybody
don't
matters,
like the
and then I
game
was just like,
because
fuck those guys.
You don't like the game because you don't understand the game because you think it's called Solaris and not. If you knew his name, you'd love the game. You would love it. It would change everything.
Do
That's
you
why I don't take
love
your critique
vanilla
seriously.
Sonic 06? Do you love vanilla Sonic 06 as it was released? Do you love that game outside of any fan retroactive fixes that make it more tolerable?
Love is a very complicated emotion.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Listen, like, I can acknowledge that it's a very, very low quality product and it's an unfinished mess that, yes, does deserve the ridicule it gets, but I do love it. Like, I love it. It's a bad bitch. It's a bad.
That's how I feel about Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I get it.
See,
It's
there
a
you go.
bad fucking movie, but it's also ridiculously awesome.
There you go. But that's
Yeah,
how
I
you
mean,
also
it's
know.
fine to have-
That's how you know I don't fuck around. You know, when I say something is genuinely, I think it's genuinely good. Like Venom Let There Be Carnage, for example. You know I mean it, you know? Like, whereas with, like, Sonic 06 is like, yeah, it's still a low quality thing, you know, I completely acknowledge that, you know? Hell yeah. You ain't fucking kidding.
I'm so fucking tired because like I keep saying it on Twitter and I do mean it. Like I think it's worth exploring why people love some really stupid shit, but like I'm also like I'm sure you guys have seen it too, like this weird mid-off we're having between the storybook games and like Lost World and whatever the fuck else was on there, and I was just
Yeah, I'm like, this is the shit you guys are going to bat for. Like,
this is the hill we're dying on.
at some point, we have to start acknowledging that we like things because we grew up with them.
Okay, but to
Yeah.
be fair, 2 days ago I saw, like, these are kids that grew up with these things, and 2 days ago I saw this video. I can't remember who made it. I will try and find the name of the guy that did it so that I can probably direct people to it. But I saw this video called, like, Sonic Tubers of the Dark Age. These were the ones that grew up with, like, the classics and were there for the advent of YouTube. I can now definitively say, in spite of what I've said in the past about things not getting better, it has gotten better. I will take fucking people arguing over what's better, Black Knight or Lost World, over the fucking shit fest that was fucking Sonic fans wearing diapers and fucking buying out every amiibo they could to protest against some shit or some fucking dumb stuff.
No, that's not the topic. That's the problem. That was just the state of YouTube, dude.
That it's also like,
No, the classic fans were worse growing up, but they're better now that they're adults.
No,
I think a lot of it is really we see so much of both sides of that today in literally every fan base. We can talk all day about like which fan bases are objectively worse than the others, yada yada yada.
there's shit people every
Obviously,
generation.
There absolutely is.
Yeah. I obviously Star Wars is still on top. They're still the worst. But you know, every other fan base has its good and bad actors in it.
Yeah, no, dude. Like I saw that video and I was like, this was just YouTube, dude. Like that's just what it was. It was just shit. It was just shit all around. Everyone was just trying to be James. That's,
Yeah.
like,
On some
everyone doesn't matter the fan base. Every single fucking fake AVGN was that bad. It was exhausting.
And you see these people that were just like they were just getting so vitriolic all the time and just so outspoken, and they were treating everything like this giant competition. And you're just sitting there wondering what were they thinking.
Yeah.
No,
That
for
was
real. Like, I am glad we
a
are out of the
reference.
rage YouTuber era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have our problems with like the trends in YouTube today, and everybody I have seen on YouTube is susceptible to one trend or another. It's just a part of it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what people do with that and how they play around with it.
What's like the
and
worst
what
trend
they
we
bring
got?
to the table.
Like, what would you say is like the worst one we got that's like comparable to like the Rage Critic era, I guess, out of curiosity?
So I'm gonna be honest. I try to go out of my way not to just start picking on specific other people.
Oh, I wasn't
in
gonna say name
YouTube.
names. I was just gonna be like a trope or a genre, I guess.
I mean, like, I think they kind of like it's grown as big as it has now. Like I think like it's easy to kind of isolate people being garbage on early YouTube because we really didn't have a lot to choose from back then, and nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. Like it's become an art form. It's become a career path now. Like this is 20 years later. Like it was going to grow and evolve. So like we have like a large plethora of options, like to the point where you never need to run into shit you don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Like there's drama tubers. I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna watch them. There's I don't know, like the trend I'm seeing nowadays are English folks going long form for a few hours on end about one video game, and I find that super pleasant.
It's the best. I want to do nothing but long form content about weird ass video games.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah,
It's
I think
great.
long form is definitely a good way to go now. Like, because like if you don't want it to be that long, who's to say you're gonna watch the whole thing? You know, we'll watch it in different sittings. I guess the worst trend I could see, but this probably existed at the time, was like grifter YouTubers, where it's like this movie has a woman in it, so I hate it.
Yeah, that is probably my least favorite trend that I see these days, and it is woefully common.
Yeah, it all came about though because at one period, YouTube algorithm just randomly started fucking pushing that. Like, it's really weird how that happened.
Whatever. I guess it's the best of times. It's the worst of times. There's more horrible shit out there nowadays, but it's much easier than ever to kind of skip around it and find some shit you really enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm honored, as I'm sure you boys are, that people have kind of helped us kind of find our voices and lifted us up to say, yeah, this person's worth listening to.
Hell yeah. Like, honestly, the fact that anytime somebody comes onto my channel and they say, you know, something about what they enjoy about my content, that just, like, that means the world. It's something special to be able to be a voice that people actually want to come hear.
Yeah. It's wonderful. Oh, man.
I just want to be a millionaire already. Give me money. Come on. Fuck creative voice. Just give me money.
Could make a 12-hour long video why I love Team Hooligan. I mean, that's kind of on you. You gotta go nuts with that. I need to get back to more character-focused videos because, goddamn it, people are latching onto that shit. I really need to get that done. I got some robots I want to talk about real bad. Oh, man. Action button long-form content, though. Oh, yeah, Champ, you're 100% right. Action button. He just meanders and rambles, and, like literally, like, half of it's not even about the game itself. But, like, if you're kind of in the vibe for Action Button, it's a good-ass time. He's just fun.
It strikes a chord with the... So something that I remember getting growing up watching some other people on YouTube was always just kind of like bit by bit learning a little bit more about them and feeling like I was being included in on a small part of their life and how their content was connected to that. Action Button just goes full throttle into that. Is like, what aspect of this game reminds him of this part of his life? How is it relevant to this experience that he's had? That stuff is great.
Yeah, he's older than any of us, and like he got his start as like a game journalist, and not even that. He worked in the game industry in Japan.
Oh, and he's fast.
Yeah.
All right, I was just gonna say he's a fascinating man. He's got really cool stories to tell.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, as we kind of age up, like I hope we kind of do more of that with different generations of folks, where it's just like we don't try to gatekeep each other from everything. Like, yeah, we're gonna have our opinions about things, and I'm still gonna say like certain Sonic shit is shit in my eyes, but like at the same time, like it's also fun to be like, hey, yeah, I've been here for a minute. Let Grandpa sit down and tell you a story, and hey, you might actually be interested in it because we're kind of all in the same, well, maybe not in the same industry, but in the same hobby, the same passion,
same cosmic soup.
Oh, by the way, Gilly's not going to be able to get on today. He's just...
I saw. Unfortunate. Anyway, time travel.
So, Femren, Nick, Shade, when I play that horrible video game again. I'm sorry. Shade, fucking, not Crystal Chronicles. That stupid Sonic RPG.
Oh, Sonic Chronicles?
Yeah.
So it is worth noting that we did get some slight references in that Tails tube. If we just want to quickly kind of go over them, I doubt we're all really all that interested because it's not exactly deep cut stuff. But yeah, we had alongside mustachioed Purple Sonic and Yakonic, we had a Boom Sonic nod, which is nice. Just a nod, but like nothing major. But hey. I'm just waiting for us to actually see Styx. If we don't see Styx ever again, and she just gets mentioned, I won't be impressed.
I guess it kind of makes sense. Like if it's Tails showing us everything, like he did say in the Tails tube that these were just like artist renditions.
Yeah, they're
that
things
he
he made. Yeah, because he's a simp.
Is he an artist?
He's a simp. It
I
could
bet
be
AI generated all that
AI art.
Nah, he's an art.
Gemel
He's
made
an
it.
artiste.
Oh god. Hey, if a robot in that universe draws, does that make it AI art?
I was about to fucking say, like,
Sonic the Chronic, the best and only Sonic RPG.
I want to see a picture of Orbot crying his eyes out with a drawing saying, "No one likes my drawing."
No one likes my drawing.
Why did you make him? Well, that would be literal. Yeah. Anyways,
Simon from SNL. And you know that my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
We don't really have that in the UK.
That's old as shit. Don't worry about it. There's a Mike Myers skit, if I remember correctly.
We don't really have that in this era of life, buddy.
I mean, honestly, all you really need to know about like SNL from the States is that it really could have used more cowbell.
I got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell. That is the only DVD of SNL I ever got was just, and I love they did this. It wasn't like one of the main cast members. It was the best of fucking. Oh no, why is his name skipping my brain? Oh no, help me out.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm very tired today.
Nah, fair enough.
Oh man. Well, I mean, let's talk a little bit more positively with this Tales too, because I've just been a tired old man.
Yeah, we're kind of switching up. Like in the past, we were like, it's nice they're recontextualizing things a little bit, and now we're like, oh, this is silly. But like, no, I the truth be told,
it was just it was so fucking vague. Like it didn't really answer anything.
Yeah, I mean, it does at least give us. I mean, the thing is, Frontiers kind of did it too. It does kind of give us confirmation that the classics are still canon to the modern franchise, but the thing is, like, yeah, again, Frontiers really did that itself with that little flashback to Angel Island. So, yeah, it doesn't really tell us anything we didn't already know, and the whole multiverse thing is like, well, we already knew that from Prime, and the multiverse is effectively something you can come up with your own head anyway, like, but it was cool to see
the fact there's other canons, yeah.
It was cool to see little nods to things like Boom Sonic and Movie Sonic, and I know people are mostly pointing out the Blue Arms joke, but I would say when Teo says speak of the Blue Devil, that's more of a Movie Sonic reference because the Blue Devil is obviously what Crazy Carl refers to Sonic as in the first film.
Oh, you didn't notice all the movie references every time you got all the rings in Sonic Frontiers and they have to fucking stop and do the fucking lightning thing every fucking time?
Oh, no, because I use a mod.
I did get tired of that little level.
You didn't get enough movie references when they gave you a fucking keychain when you pre-ordered the fucking game. You got the whole fucking thing, and then they had that fucking movie electricity.
What I mean is, I'm talking about Tails Tube. I'm not talking about At what point did I ever say that Frontiers didn't have movie references or that Colors Ultimate was... Shut up, Nick, for fuck's sake. But, like... I mean... Listen, if you play the game with mods, you know, and I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying
it'll improve PC version.
It'll improve
your PS5.
It'll improve your experience with. I bought it on 3 fucking consoles. Fuck you. It was a good game.
Sonic Colors Ultimate.
No, fuck that. I only bought that on 2 and regretted it on like one of them. But like,
I didn't buy Sonic Frontiers, and I've bought 4 copies of Colors Ultimate. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, you are literally voting with your wallet. You want more of Colors Ultimate.
Did you buy Colors Ultimate Game of the Year edition?
With the classic Sonic NFT? Yeah.
I went and imported the Japanese version so I could have the special edition of the game.
Was it
too.
worth it?
Yeah, the art's beautiful in the art book.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Sure.
I mean, people are. I mean, like, I'm not answering super chats is the thing. People keep asking Mecha March Madness questions. I'll answer some later, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Damn. I think we're gonna kind of keep it a shorter show today, though, because there's not a whole lot to pick apart. With
We're
the
also
Tales
missing
2.
2 members.
It's
Yeah.
also like, yeah, there's only so much to go into because literally the only work they did to clear things up was just summarize the plot of Sonic Generations that we already knew.
I guess it's just confirmation at this point, but I'm wondering, are we gonna finally get to a point where we're just like, okay, enough's enough? Because, like, I'm starting to notice a trend here that's kind of irritating me, where it feels like we're going to get close to answering questions, and they obviously acknowledge that there are questions that need to be answered, but they don't ever properly answer them. We had a whole
like
Tales Tube about Sonic's world. It's like, okay, you did deconfirm the 2 worlds thing when that was a thing for the longest time, just never acknowledged in the games. And we're saying it's 1 world now?
They don't name
Does
it.
the world have a name?
Yeah. Like, why
Guess
would you
not.
not, like, mention that? And then, like,
And,
there's the episode all about, like, the Master Emerald and stuff, but they never talk about, like, Super Emeralds or Hyperforms or anything like that.
I've just kind of come to terms with them, like, they just don't want that to be canon, and, you know, that's their call. You know, like, that's just their opinion.
Yeah, but then could they not have just took it out of Origins, you know? If they
I mean,
really
at this
wanted to
point-
do that.
I mean, just at this point, dude, like, well, I mean, I think that was just kind of been a slap to the face. I think that had been a line too far. Like, they've already fucked with the classics enough as it is, but, like,
It would have been an
that would have been a
absolute
line
slap in
too
the
far.
face, but it's like, if they really wanted to go about recontextualizing canon, saying this stuff counts, this stuff doesn't, I think they could have just as easily taken out the Hyperforms, and
no,
there'd be
no.
backlash. I'm not saying they should. I'm saying they could have if that's what they wanted to do. So I'm kind of saying, I think it's still canon. I think
Well, like, I mean, dude, like, I'm sorry, but, like, you're talking about lore stuff that would directly affect gameplay. Like, that would completely break the game apart. They would have to rebuild that game if they took that out.
yeah, maybe.
So, those fucks.
I still think, like, Hyperform I really want to see again.
Yeah.
But it's not something I want to see as a regular occurrence, and it has to be in a way that matters.
It has to
Otherwise,
be like for a very special occasion. Like it needs to be like the end game event of Sonic, effectively.
the coolest part about the Hyperform is that it has to be earned, you know? And I feel like I would love to see it handled that way again, at least once. But if you just keep bringing it back, then you get like the Dragon Ball Z Power Crawl issue where the forms just meaning anything.
It's a thing, dude. Like, maybe we need to stop pretending that that's a bad thing. Maybe we just need to accept that maybe Darkspine Sonic and Excalibur Sonic and Hypersonic are just fucking cool, and it's okay to have that shit on occasion. Maybe that's fine, Sonic Team.
Yeah, like I don't think they need to bring back like Darkspine or Excalibur, but those were very story specific, whereas Hypersonic was mainline. Like that was like, you know, that was something to do directly with the Chaos Emeralds. It wasn't in any...
Here's a frustrating thing for me about that is like we at least got to see Darkspine and Excalibur in like a, you know, a fully formed 3D narrative, which was
and
really
also in
fun.
the mobile games as well. They've got Darkspine in Sonic Forces Speed Battle, I believe.
Yeah.
Yet no Hyper.
My problem is like I feel like some of the greatest moments of the franchise are still stuck in the past, and I would really like to see them fleshed out into a bigger narrative. Like my favorite parts of Sonic Origins were those little animated shorts where we got to see like famous iconic moments. I'm thinking specifically of the 2 seconds where we saw Sonic and Knuckles fight in the in Hidden Palace.
I really
which
wish we had more of that.
That's kind of what I want. Like, give me Hypersonic where I can see him in a narrative. Tell me he matters one more time. Just give me a kiss goodnight, and then just carry on. Like, I just want something I can put on a shelf, and I want something I can see in a cool cutscene.
Yeah, like a Hypersonic action figure would be easy. Just literally make a Supersonic, cast it in translucent plastic, put some fucking glitter in there, and fucking add some different color shades to him.
And if you're gonna do like if you're gonna do Hypersonic again, do it while it's tied into a story that literally revolves around the Chaos Emeralds and their origin. Just
I'm not
fucking saying.
I'm not convinced we're done with that yet.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we might get a little taste, if not in the DLC, and then maybe a full follow-up. I'm just saying, if we don't do something with the Frontiers setup to bring back Hypersonic, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I understand why they don't want to reuse stuff, because now we have Supersonic, and they just try and recontextualize that every single time. Yeah. And we've talked about it before on the show. Like, what do we do now that we've had the Titan fights? You know?
Yeah. And my thing is, like, you can't retroactively take out Hypersonic. You can't just pretend that didn't happen. After all, if we've learned anything this week, it's that everything is fucking canon. So
that's when they make another Tails tube. It's like, I just visited another dimension where Sonic could go hyper.
I will kill you where you stand.
Well, I mean, that's an actual question. Would that be better or worse than them never mentioning it again?
It'd be worse. I would say. It would be worse, yeah, because then it like actively goes out of its way to negate that happening to the Sonic that we know.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be cool with it. I'd like that acknowledgement, because I was kind of getting on board with the idea. And I still think like maybe this is kind of where it started with Sonic not even Generations, the Forces era, where I think their initial game plan was clearly we're going to take classic Sonic and we're going to make him a separate thing. So the classic fans can have their thing and you don't need to worry about it. And then they threw him in the fucking Forces game. And I would have been fine with that. Be like, okay, fine. You can say that the original games are this separate thing that don't need to be associated with all the 3D shit that everybody, like the game journos and all of us old shits, don't like.
You know what would be a super low effort, instant money thing for Sega that would please everyone? Would be if they did like a sequel series to Tails Tube, with Tails just doing his YouTube thing, call it the Multiverse Files, and tie it in with, like, I don't know, strike up a deal with Dick Entertainment or something to get, Blu-ray releases of SatM or whatnot, have the Multiverse Files run parallel, where Tails is like, I've just discovered, data pertaining to this universe where Sonic is part of the Freedom Fighters, and he lives in Knot Hole with this Sally Acorn character. And, like, I know it kind of links back to something we've all been saying, but it is like, yeah, even on just, like, the YouTube end of things, I don't see why Sonic can't look at, non-canon things,
I mean, everyone's got their own canons, and they all matter in some form or another, so fucking do it.
I hate to derail this again, but a thought just occurred to me. What if part of the reason Sonic hasn't used the Hyperform since 3 Knuckles is because after going back into Super, he realized he couldn't and thought that maybe it was just a form that he just wasn't getting back and never even tried again. And maybe the reason he couldn't was because in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic Heroes, Sonic 06, we see him using the Chaos Emeralds to go super, but he's not the only one using the power at that time. It's being shared across multiple bodies. And maybe that's why he couldn't go hyper. And then he thought that just meant Hyperform didn't exist anymore.
I mean, it would be cool if they said that.
It would be cool. I want that now. Like that's an explanation if they need one.
Yeah, if they were to say that Hypersonic was just a one-off for Sonic 3, I think that's better than never acknowledging it at all, like
I was cool with the idea of like it being such a violent, powerful crackling transformation. If they had done something like if they acknowledged like the Chaos Emeralds were a different shape prior to that point, because once Sonic Adventure shows up and they do the soft reboot with everything, they are the shape, that diamond shape that they're known for nowadays, like solidified when they're in 3D. And you could kind of go the Archie route where the Super Emeralds just turned him into Supersonic. Like maybe that's just the form kind of finalized, like this newer Sonic. I still want them to kind of acknowledge him getting green eyes. And in my headspace, it'd be like as he grew older and like Chaos Power, like he used it so much, like it just it shows that he's been affected by chaos power, that green, the green eye glow. He's just naturally stronger.
How
Because again, and you can contextualize the perfect chaos fight in Sonic Generations, right? Where he's just naturally just more powerful. He doesn't need the super form to take out perfect chaos anymore. And you can say the same thing, like Hyperform was just an extra bit of power that eventually calmed down when he got full control over it, and that's just what modern Supersonic looks like now.
How
but
fucked would
some
it
acknowledgement.
Be? How fucked would it be if they reveal that he has chaos poisoning?
I'd be down for it.
See, that would be
like Lex Luthor.
Yeah, it's just fucking cancer, chaos cancer.
Oh no.
You could kind of do that for like a Sonic 4. Too bad that's already kind of just remake Sonic 4, like literally.
And Joe Madre, it wouldn't explain anybody else's eye colors. It would if they had acknowledged that anybody else had super forms. Amy deserves one.
I mean, you know what you could say is that fucking the Master Emerald getting restored to its mantle, Angel Island being back in the sky caused I don't know, some fucking massive energy surge across the world which gave everyone colored eyes. It's a bit Sonic-y as a theory, but still, it's.
I'll take it. I just want the Chaos Emeralds to be cool again. Frontiers finally started doing something with that. Even if we didn't get Hypersonic, I care more about Supersonic now than I have in a long time because of the way he was used in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Sonic Frontiers as it's a Supersonic-focused game, and they see that through to the end, and it's a game that shows us a little bit of the origins of the Chaos Emeralds, doesn't tell us everything. I'm fine with it for what it is there. But it is I would really appreciate if Sega would kind of stop tiptoeing around things that are as clear as day. You literally released Sonic Origins last year, a game which includes a Hypersonic. So, okay, we don't see him in any of the animated cutscenes. What a convenience.
God, which is so fucked, man.
I mean, to be fair, you don't see Supersonic in any of the animated cutscenes either. But
I guess, but
I don't want to talk about it. I eased up a little bit because they actually went and made Scrapnik Island, and I was like, you need to give me Hyper or you need to give me Mecha. You need to acknowledge these two very important things for my favorite game of all time, and they didn't do either, and it broke my heart. I'm not convinced Hyper's not coming back. I'm not. I think someday, somehow, we're going to see at least Hyperform come back. I think they're finally easing up on a lot of things. And I think if they're going to continue on with the lore of the Chaos Emeralds, they're going to do something. It's not hard to narratively make sense out of it. You can just say, I mean, let's roll in Fleetway. Let's allude to Fleetway. Maybe Sonic starts losing control of himself with that much power. Maybe, all that sparkling energy, maybe it's just too destructive. Maybe it takes too much out of him. Maybe it's just too much.
I'm starting to realize something, and I'm really empathizing with you now, Nick, because I'm starting to realize, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is to you what the Snyder Cut is to me. It's
yeah, dude.
I don't want them to say the Whedon one is the canon one. And it's getting a continuity reboot, but it still hinges off of the Flash movie, which is a continuation of the original DCEU. So is the Whedon cut still canon? Ah! I want to know. I feel
God, I
you.
fucking hope not. Jesus.
Yeah, but this is the thing, is I tend to think as well. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Zack Snyder's Justice League, both magnum opuses of their independent mediums. And it's the studios, for some fucking bloody-minded reason, just bury them. And I have no fucking idea why. Be proud of that, you know?
Let's be... I still, in terms of the Zack Snyder cut, just the fact that they made it all is still a fucking miracle.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's not completely comparable to Sonic 3, because Sonic 3, it did just happen, there was no fight for that to happen in the first place. But it's
they just did that out of marketing necessity.
It's one of the best things that, listen, you guys know that I've got my top list of, favorite 3 Sonic games, and Sonic 3 isn't in there, but I can still safely, with a straight face, say, Sega, this is one of the best things you've ever made. I don't understand why they don't celebrate every single pixel of that game.
For the longest time, we understood it just because it's...
The Michael Jackson thing, which could have been solved ages ago.
Yeah. Adventure 2 would have been a perfect chance to bring back Hyper. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be an asshole and disagree. I think having Shadow be able to turn into a super form at the end of that game was substantial in and of itself.
Yeah,
And I do not think it would have been fair to Shadow if you just gave Sonic a higher form above that. They needed to be on equal footing.
Yeah, I understand the reasoning in terms of like the Master Emerald was right there. I get that, but like I remember the first time I played through that game, my misgivings aside, I was just like, yeah, but Shadow's got to go super right. Like we got to see what that looks like.
And then they do like that is an epic moment. Like,
oh, it's great. Yeah,
I'm sick.
I'm not exactly. Yeah, I'm not exactly Adventure 2's like strongest soldier, but like that shit rocks. It's awesome.
What is kind of difficult?
I think that ending really, really solidified that favorite spot for a lot of people because it goes hard.
Yeah, the ending. It's like with Sonic Unleashed as well. It's like it's one of those things where when I was a kid, I did love Sonic Unleashed, but it didn't become one of my favorite games ever made until I'd beaten the ending because I think Sonic Unleashed has the best, like, final act of any Sonic game ever, like, period.
And it's not my favorite, but it is really fucking cool.
Yeah, like, would you say it's, like, probably in the post-06 era, I guess? Would you say it's maybe got one of the best third acts of any Sonic game? Or maybe
if we're talking post-06, yeah, best finale.
Like, hands down. Like,
yeah.
I think it's kind of, you know, it depends kind of, you know, what your views on, like, SA2 and Sonic 3 and stuff are, because they're all very climactic games. But, like, yeah, Unleashed just goes immensely fucking hard with its finale, as does Sonic Adventure 2, so I feel like those are kind of the tipping points when the game goes from being good to, if it's gonna happen, one of your favorites, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, put it this way, like, if, you know, Sonic, for whatever reason, needed to go hyper in SA2 and didn't, that's still a million times more forgivable than omitting Tails and Knuckles as super forms in Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
When it's like they're literally right there. Like, you've literally set this up. Either shit or get off the pot, you know?
I mean, like, if the hedgehogs... If it was just hedgehogs, that'd be one thing. The fact that it's just male hedgehogs, like...
That's
like,
old school. Dude. Like, that is, yeah. I mean, is that like, confirmed now?
That's been confirmed for years.
Really? Have they ever, like, outright stated that Amy wouldn't be able to go super?
Yeah, Ian Flynn said it so on the thing. Like, he's reconfirmed that. Like, we've known that for over a decade at this point.
How
like,
is there not more uproar about that? That should be a headline. Like,
I'm hoping that's something they're changing.
Amy would be awesome with the super form.
Have you seen those pink gold like fucking Amy super forms and shit?
I've seen artwork of her in like a yellow super form as well, which look really good.
Yeah, and like the lovely references to Fleetway Amy with her back quills.
Yeah,
up on it.
Yeah, no, I've seen that artwork. I think I know the one you're talking about.
I'm sorry, but like an Amy fight, like an Amy Titan fight, where she gets like a super hammer, like just straight out of like Kirby Return to Dreamland, be fucking incredible.
It would
I was thinking like
if that's like
I was thinking some like Gurren Lagann shit where, dude, she could go wild with that.
That's one way Sega could absolutely blow everyone away with this DLC. Would be if they did have super fights for.
I would lose my mind. I'd lose my. Well, so Chiptune here. So what about Knuckles mentioning Super Knuckles? So Flynn also, I've not listened to the Bumblecast as much as I should, but I did remember I listened to this where he did say like he threw that into the script just as like a wonder if I can get away with this kind of a thing.
Yeah, this is the thing
like,
with
it doesn't confirm that Super Knuckles was ever a thing, but it's just like, you know what you're saying.
This is the thing with that whole Flynn localization as well, is like things like Tangle, things like Styx getting referenced and stuff like that. Is it even worth getting excited about when that was never intended to be the case in the original version? I mean, sure, Sega didn't tell him not to do it, but, like, I don't know. Like, I still don't know if I'm going to count my chickens on seeing fucking Styx again, you know? In which case, the hashtag, dicks out for Styx, we move, it still continues.
Just bring back all the fucking Sonic characters. Bring them all back. I don't care. Bring them back.
Just
I
use
don't
the
care if it's
shit that you
loaded.
have. Like,
Get your house in order.
yeah.
Get your fucking house in order.
If you think I'm
There-
done, when Styx comes back, I'm not. I want to see the guy in the tree costume come back as well.
I think, you know, as much as we've kind of gone off on little rants here, it all does kind of feel sort of fitting, if only because we are talking about the Tails tube that's just like, look at all this shit that's canon, and we're like, okay, then show it to us.
Yeah, no, I think I said that in the Frontiers video too, right? It was like, okay, cool, thanks for the name drop. Fucking show me.
Yeah.
Show me. God damn it. I'm tired of this.
Stop pussyfooting around, like, just use the shit in your
Nobody's
franchise.
asking for a fucking Wisp version of Sonic.
Nick,
For God's sake. This
Then-
poor little dog man just wants his fucking mummified goddamn handkerchief Sonic back. Wasn't that long ago.
can you
Give him an action figure.
yeah, please. Can you verify? There's a lot of people in the chat saying that Flynn wrote the original script for Frontiers, and I don't think he did.
No, he did.
He did? I thought it was one of
Yeah,
those things where it was still written by someone else first, but he did a lot of the localization.
Well, no. Like he was, like that's, like the script was in English first.
Oh, okay,
But,
so
like-
it was relocalized to Japanese.
Yes, but also
Interesting.
again, like he has to work around what Sonic Team is giving him.
Okay, so yeah,
like,
you still had to work around like the story beats and stuff.
Yeah, like you can't build a video game around the narrative. That's not how that works. So, yeah, he had to work with whatever they had. So it's still a collaborative effort, whatever he did.
Oh, for sure.
But like the main control it sounds like he had were just like the little bits of dialogue between characters. So yeah, like these folks are gonna be like, they're gonna slip in stuff like that. So like he slipped in Super Knuckles just to be like, it doesn't say that he ever was Super Knuckles.
Yeah, it just kind of says it's an idea at the very least. I mean,
So
because that's
we
the
got
thing
people that are
I'm.
trying.
This is the thing I'm worried about for like future games is I'm worried that like after the whole setup that this might be the core Sonic team's kind of last adventure together, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy and stuff. Like the idea that they're all going to go their separate ways. I worry that the next game's going to come along and they're just all going to be together and like it's all happened off screen. I want to
They're gonna be
see.
together.
Huh?
I think they're gonna be together.
I don't want that because like Tails has said he wants to go off on his own for a while. Amy said she's going to go far away. I can justify Knuckles being in there.
If they could acknowledge it in terms of like side games, I don't know if they have the budget for that. I mean, like I'm glad Sonic Frontiers like is doing well, but like 3 million copies is good for Sonic. That's not like AAA numbers. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
I'm kind of hoping that like for the next game we might see less of those core characters and maybe focus more on other characters being there with Sonic. Like they could still be in there, but they're kind of off doing their own thing now.
I wouldn't hate it. I would love to see it.
Because I just feel like that's what they've set up, So I want them to kind of, you've pissed in your bed, go lay in it, like.
Yeah. Commit.
A lot of the stuff takes time, and regardless of my pissing about with everything and how tired I get with all of this, like the end of the day, the more I see, the more it's showing us like they're being rewarded for opening up a bit more, like literally in terms of gameplay and then also in terms of like bringing the fan bases back in under the same roof. Because I keep saying, like it's not fair that a few bad eggs have ruined Sally for an entire generation of fans. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. And I know a lot of other fans are just kind of like, hey, can we acknowledge that Sonic X happened? And I'm pretty sure like they've been doing that for years, because like Sonic X was made in tandem with Sonic Team. Like I think that was made to be like,
Yeah, I mean, Sonic
keep
X.
explaining shit.
Sonic
you know?
X acknowledged that Sonic Adventure happened, basically, like it was kind
And
of
then cleared up plot holes too.
yeah. Like I feel like you could make that into like a two-way street, or you could make a. The thing is, there's always going to be the argument of Chris Thorndike. Like, does anyone want him involved in these? Like, if Sonic X is canon, does that mean that Chris Thorndike was the one that talked Shadow around rather than Amy? Like it's a can of worms, but like I don't know.
It was kind of random when Amy did it, but I still would prefer Amy did it.
It's her moment in that story,
There's no fucking build up to it though. But like I would, if they did remake Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Like, I hope we get a little bit more of that,
Well, I
because
mean, what I thought was okay about it is that Amy was kind of a little more disconnected from the conflict, so she wasn't so much in the heat of battle like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were. And as it is, Amy's naturally a bit more sensitive to people's emotions and shit, so I kind of feel like Shadow having that soft voice of Amy Rose kind of turned him around. And obviously she reminds him a little of Maria as well, because she's a girl. But, like, you know?
well, that's Amy's superpower, and like I feel like they've been kind of expanding on that.
Maybe
In the first game, she gets through to Gamma, and in the second game, she gets through to Shadow. Like, her superpower is compassion and love.
maybe they need to show her getting shot in the back or something and surviving it, and that's why Shadow's like, "You're just like Maria." You heard
Shut
it.
the
You
fuck
have
up.
that
God, I
hog.
agree. They bring in Amy, but she only exists in flashbacks, getting shot in the head.
No, but also, like, Eggman has her at gunpoint. I'm just saying, you got an opportunity there. Like,
I mean, yeah, was Shadow in the room when that happened?
no, he wasn't. But like, yeah, they could have like a CCTV or something, you know? Like, you could have.
You could have. They could have so easily just been like, yeah, like he's starting to get like flashbacks to. I fucking hate Shadow's story. I fucking hate that shit.
Well, how can you? Whoa.
Because it's nothing to do with Sonic.
It doesn't need anything to. It's a big universe,
His
man.
name is Shadow.
It's a big universe. Other hedgehogs exist, bro.
Fucking stupid.
It
It doesn't mean they exist well.
Yeah, no, it's fucking stupid. There's better ways to show him being
Look,
a
man,
compassionate.
if you want some Star
motherfucker.
Warsy bullshit where everyone's related, that's fine, but that's not what this is.
Every fan theory revolves around Gerald Robotnik going to Angel Island and discovering the shit that is on there with Perfect Chaos and everything else. That's everybody's favorite fan theory. Everyone's favorite fan theory is he came up with the ultimate life form design because he got inspired by whatever Sonic was supposed to be.
And it would be really cool
Yeah, but
if
it was
that was
50
the
years
case.
ago. Nah,
Doesn't
I think
matter.
It's silly.
The biggest, the coolest things about it are Robotnik's ties to his family.
Look, at the end of the day, the fucking entire universe revolves around Sonic in these fucking games. Like, fuck me, just give me something that isn't directly related to Sonic. You know?
It's like he's the protagonist.
Yeah, maybe you don't do it with the clear
A
fucking
protagonist
clone
doesn't
character.
need to be literally just fucking he's another hedgehog whose name starts with an S.
Well,
I literally.
what
just
I'm saying,
explained.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a fan theory. Fan theories aren't canon.
yeah, but it also makes sense.
better.
I don't know, man. Everything is fucking canon.
Fuck you all. Have that in your own fucking shitty universe thing then. Fucking don't mess with my favorite character.
I didn't.
No, stay away. Stay away.
Shadow, down to his marketing, has always just been a dark reflection of Sonic the Hedgehog. That is what he has been.
Yeah, that doesn't
The
mean he has to
point of him is-
literally. That doesn't mean he has to literally be that by blood bond. You know.
No, but he can still be his own thing going forward. But that makes sense for his origin.
I think he should just
like
be his own thing
having
anyway.
a closer. It sucks.
It does not suck.
Okay.
I don't know, the whole time travel bullshit thing, especially
No,
with
I was born in space, and I'm like Sonic, but I'm cooler, and I got more powers, and also
he's
I
a
cure
fucking
AIDS.
fan fiction character.
Yeah,
He-
he's the OC.
He
He's the OC of
himself.
OC characters.
Listen, you're not fucking winning this fight, all right?
That's
Well,
because
no,
it's not
I've
a fight.
already
It's
won.
you trying to struggle in a
You've
straitjacket.
already won. In which case, like, why is the one I like canon?
Because you have bad opinions and things. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah.
I don't know. no. You know what? Fair enough, pup.
I've explained, like, I did a whole Shadow video. Like, I understand why people love him. I personally feel they could have done that part better, showing that compassion, but also do a better job of tying him in with Sonic and having a more personal rival to our main character. Because the wonderful thing about Dark Mirror characters is how they kind of expand the character of the hero itself. And I don't think they challenge Sonic deep enough on that level in a way that Shadow should.
You've literally got
I
Surge
really-
for that, though.
That's why Surge exists now, though.
Yeah,
and that's
I would,
what I think
I would-
Shadow should have been.
No, I would rather we have Surge and Shadow. You know, like both.
I mean, if we're gonna have
I understand-
both, then they really and this is more of just talking with the comics right now, and I get their hands are tied in certain situations, but man, give Shadow some stuff to do.
I think he does. Yeah, I want him to do more shit. And I understand what you're saying with him being kind of this Vegeta-esque character and stuff, but I think what you're suggesting is lean more into that trope, where I've always been more on the side of we should move away from that trope.
No, I'm not talking about tropes. I'm talking about a good fucking story, bub.
No, you literally said he's the Dark Mirror character.
Yeah, but I honestly also think, again, like, you know, I lived in space and I'm the ultimate version of this character is also still very tropey.
It's fan fiction-y garbage is what it is. Like, if you're going to make a Dark Mirror character, make the best version of that character.
I still don't think I've seen it handled worse anywhere than I did in, like, Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, where they're just like, oh, he's got evil space devil blood in him or some shit.
Yeah, I like that they brought Shadow like in. I was like, oh, we're gonna kind of further expand on him, and it's alien.
God fucking damn it. He's got Chozo DNA.
I felt Shadow was just this perfect way to kind of make sense of the human world and the anthropomorphic animal world. And instead, just more questions got brought up. And then 2 worlds happened. And then nothing about him makes sense.
That being said, I also do think, like, just to kind of give credence to everybody here, I don't think Pup is necessarily wrong. I do think that he can grow beyond, you know, just being the Dark Reflection character, because I don't really think that fits his MO anymore. I think that definitely, like, kind of fits for what he was supposed to be in Sonic Adventure 2, and kind of, like, how he was created and everything like that. But like, you know, moving forward, Shadow's story is about, like, finding his own way and becoming his own man, and you know, everything like that. I think there's, like, I don't think that Pup's interpretation of Shadow is incompatible with ours either.
I mean, I don't like the Star Warsy thing of people being related to the main character. Like, that's just my main thing, is I'm happy with him just being his own man, and any connections that he gets with Sonic are earned, you know? Like, he meets him, that's when the parallels are kind of drawn up, but, like, he's still his own man that was made ages ago in space and stuff, and I know you don't like that story, Nick, but, like, I do. So, that's all I got.
Great, but that's not a discussion.
What?
I'm sorry, but, like, that's not critical analysis. That's just, I like the thing and you like the thing. Like, that's nothing.
Oh my fucking god.
Like, I'm not trying to get anybody heated here. Like, I think it's more engaging to kind of merge that shit together and have a conversation about it. My problem with Shadow is just, I love his design and I love his character, and I think there's just a lot of missing gaps there to make him truly special. And I agree with Wayne. I don't think these ideas are incompatible. Because regardless of my opinion, like, yeah, you do love it, and it is canon. Like, it's there, and it's fine. But, like,
all I'm saying is I don't think they're directly, like, outright objectively incompatible either. I just wouldn't. I don't think that would be good. I don't think it would make it any better. I don't think it would add anything. In fact, I think it would make the universe go a long way to feeling a lot smaller and take away some of the character's little autonomy that he has left. If they were to retroactively do something like that. All I'm saying is I don't think they need to change it. I think, you know...
Well, I don't think they're going to. I don't think it is.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that I want to change is I just want them going forward to utilize Shadow a bit more as a character, which I think Izuka has touched upon, and I would like them to do more with the character than just, grr, Sonic, I'm such a rival to you. You know, like, this is a guy that ultimately went out of his way to sacrifice his life to save the world in the end. He learned something. I want to see him make use of those lessons. I think that would make him a better character. And I think to go the opposite direction and just focus on him being kind of the Vegeta to Sonic would just make him more tropey.
Yeah, but I'm not saying do that, because that's what they are doing, and that's what everybody hates now. But, like, that was clearly, like, the idea of him, and Sonic Team is trying to force it in now. And after you did everything you did with him, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'd change what they're doing with him now then in that case, you know? Like, rather than change anything about his origins, you know?
Well, I wasn't saying they're going to change it.
No, I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying you're saying you're mentioning things that you think they should have done or should do to Shadow's origins, And I'm basically...
Well, not should do.
No, we're
They're
just
not
listing stuff that is present that we're just kind of drawing a natural conclusion from.
Yeah. Like, nothing's changing. Like, I can't change it. Oh, God, it turned another shadow conversation. It's always a shadow conversation.
I don't even think that Shadow is directly, like, related to Sonic, especially not, biologically or anything like that. The only thing that we're suggesting is that, Gerald Robotnik was looking for how to create the ultimate life form. He thought he got it right with the Bio Lizard because, perfect chaos and everything like that. And then maybe realized that he made a huge mistake and tried to fulfill some prophecy with Shadow. The folly in that, him trying to create something that already existed. That I think is kind of the part about Shadow is that Shadow shouldn't be Sonic. And trying to create him to be that just doesn't work, and he has to become his own thing. He has to be who Shadow is. He never was Sonic, and he never will be. And I think that that's kind of what I mean, though, is that this is all stuff that's there. This isn't being just drawn out of my ass. Like, this is stuff that we can kind of assess from what's already present in Sonic Adventure 2, and I think that it adds not only a direct connection to this universe and helps maybe perhaps feel it a little bit smaller in some sense, but I think it also makes certain events feel more purposeful and like they have like a natural progression versus fucking Black Doom and Mephiles time travel bullshit that doesn't even make sense with the canon that we already established in Sonic Adventure 2. Like, time-wise, I just can't jive with. I understand what you're saying about the tropiness of it, but I also think is like sometimes those tropes exist because they work in storytelling.
Yeah, nothing to get upset about. Just opinions. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. You guys want to do super chats?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Okay, so this is the first one here, right? Okay, so the Fallen Redditor, aka Dick, sends €2, says, so is Mania Sonic from the past? Still confused. Also, I didn't just outright call you a dick, Fallen Redditor. The theory is that you run the Anti-Apologist Twitter page. I wanted to. Otherwise, it just sounds like I just called you a dick out of nowhere.
He's the only one that has that form of currency.
There's more than one European person in the world. Maybe we just got a new one.
I've looked back at our other super chats.
We found
maybe there's a second European person. Maybe Dick.
Are you saying that you're doing it?
No, I don't use euros. I'm from England. We use pounds.
Fucking
that is true. That is true. I
So
don't know,
maybe
maybe...
from the past, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to assess from that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen, like, the theory that, like, it's, like, the generation Sonic went into a divergent timeline and Mania happens there. And I think that's, honestly, quite a good way to go anyways. Be cool if they said that, but I don't think Tails would have any way of knowing.
They're just gonna be vague. Just gonna be vague. It's fine. They just basically said, yeah, he's from the past, but could be a different form of the past. Who can say? We're all still confused. Erwin Guerrera with $5. Thank you. Talking about video games based on shows. Thoughts on the Made in Abyss game? Did y'all finish both modes? I've gotten through a few missions and got bored out of my fucking mind.
I haven't finished a single mode. Listen, that show is hard for me to recommend to people for a plethora of reasons. But I also absolutely adore it, and I think it's some of the best visual storytelling I've ever seen put to screen. The game did not translate a lot of that material well. It is shocking, though, because, like, I don't know if you know this, Nick. You don't get that far into the anime story as far as, like, Reg and shoot, why can't I think of her name? The girl. You know who I'm talking. Rico. Right. Like, their journey and everything, you really don't get that far in. I think you get, like, maybe 2 layers in there. And then it kind of ends with Ozen, like, training them. And then you move on to your player character, like, kind of going through his own little adventure. That shit does not directly adapt the material that follows up from there. But it does like take place in similar settings and even recreate scenarios from the movie to I think basically leading up to the events of the where the film ends. I don't know if you've seen the movie. It's rough.
I've not seen the movies yet. Not yet. I've only seen season 1 so far.
You can skip the first 2 movies. They're just recaps of season 1. I bawled like a fucking infant when I finished the movie. I had to go sit down. It fucks with you.
God.
And like seeing a certain arena recreated for that in the game, like again, I didn't beat it myself, but I was out of curiosity looking some of the stuff up because I knew I didn't have the will to finish that game, and ah, God, it hurts seeing it again.
Oh man, yeah. They make it so hard to fucking track down. I know we talked about this before, like some of that extra shit, like season 2 and everything else. And like, I don't think I was like in the great emotional state to kind of jump back into that show because I knew it was gonna punch me in the dick. So yeah. As for the game itself, it's not not fun.
Great.
No, it's not good.
It takes some of the mechanics of the universe a little too seriously, and it makes the game just not fun.
Yeah, and general movement is just fucking trash.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Wayne's your turn.
Okay, we got Sonic Fan 1661. At least I think it is. Something missing here.
Hang on. Linda.
God damn. All right, you know what? That'll do. Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Let's throw the baby boy.
Was that in reference to Nick saying he could throw me earlier?
Yeah.
Like the little Sonic baby robot. I can't get over that clip. We need to make a short about that robot.
So, Rangers and Riders sends $2. I'm glad Wayne's being converted to the Digi Church.
Oh, homie, he's been there for a minute.
It's that's a hole I'm not gonna be crawling back out of. I'm in this for the long haul.
Attaboy. Mr. SP with 317. Thank you. It's it's Green Day, where we celebrate all things green. Welcome to my everyday life. Mr.
Do
SP.
you have the time to listen to me whine? I don't
That's
want
a Green Day
to be
reference.
an American idiot.
That's what people pay us to do.
Pay you to do.
Wayne. Oh my fucking
Taking
God.
the idiot part a little too literally today, it seems. Anyways,
Oh my-
burger.
We got Mr. SP with $5. Like turtles, grass, the fun kind of grass, the hedgehog that Ken Penders has locked up in a box, and the greenest thing ever, Kirby's Green Greens.
Green.
Well said. Pretty cool. Happy birthday, Green.
Burger. Oh, it's me. Aiden F sends $5. Says, fun fact: daylight savings is a joke that Ben Franklin made about the Paris train schedule. As a shitpost is why you have to be up earlier. God damn it, Benjamin Franklin.
Is that true?
Well,
Why
if
do
it
you
is,
look it
I'm Benjamin frankly pretty pissed about it.
If it is, you know, we should just protest and just put the clocks back to what they fucking were.
Most people in the States now are just asking fucking why. There's no point to it anymore.
Now, you know what? I got a great idea.
I heard a report at one point that we're doing away with it like next year.
No, I got a fantastic idea. As a form of protest, I think that on Sunday, the 12th of March, we should put the clocks back. Wait, no, Sunday, the 5th of November. Fuck! Because March 12th is when the clocks went forward.
Yeah. So you're saying that in November,
Move on,
daylight
Suris.
savings time should end.
Burger.
What did you just call me?
Suris. You are extending my joke by artificial means.
All right, Sonic fan 1661 $2. Thank you. So is the Rivals version of Silver canon? I've known that to be the canon version up until they say otherwise, and who fucking knows at this point.
Silver's cool. I like Silver.
Yeah.
But his name starts with an S, and he's a hedgehog. So he must be Sonic's long lost son.
Oh my god.
I mean, we never said that about Silver.
You know what though? You know what though? To push back.
Fuck
if
you.
we're going to have this Chaos Emerald bullshit, where it's just the male hedgehogs, they could clarify and say, no, it's just these 3 male hedgehogs. And if there was some kind of genetic connection there, that would make a lot of sense.
I think everyone should be able to go super. I think.
I'm not disagreeing.
It's just
I'm
male
no
hedgehogs is so fucking stupid. Especially when we've got Burning Blaze as well, and she's a fucking cat.
Yeah, but it's not a super form. It's different.
Maybe the soul dimension is where women can go super. What is Sega trying to say about gender as well? Like, there's a lot of fucking yikesy stuff in here.
Well, I mean, like, if they, again, like, I'm wondering if it is, like, if it's the male hedgehogs. Like, those 3. And, again, they could narratively make sense out of it without it being super sexist.
That would be even more of a fucking chosen one narrative than it already is.
Do you think they'll ever try to incorporate another, like, hedgehog mainstay?
I hope so.
Yeah, somewhere in the next 15 years, I'd say.
I
kind of hope they don't.
That sounds like a lot considering there's only been one Sonic game in the past 5 years.
I miss the character designs going as hard as they did for Knuckles. Because, man, like, yeah, there's some vague connections to Sonic there, but, like mechanically he was unique, and that's what made him fun. And he still has a whole ass story that's interesting to explore. And Shadow, they didn't do that. All of his stories in the past, and then they ended it and didn't give him anything else to do. And his unique moveset is guns. That bums me out. Anyway, whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn.
Yes. I've already burned you.
Oh, okay. With OzJam?
Yeah.
Yeah. OzJam H with $5. Funny how the time travel and multiverse episode features Amy, a character that came from a game about time travel, i.e. Sonic CD. Yeah, it seems like Sega sure forgot that Sonic CD happened and that it incorporates time travel through, special MacGuffins that are completely centered around that, but that's fine.
No, it does matter, though, Wayne, and it takes place between Sonic 1 and 2 now. That makes perfect sense. The best Sonic robot happened before any of the other ones. That's perfect. That makes perfect sense. That's fine.
I mean, resources do run out.
So does Eggman's creativity, apparently.
If CD came after Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it would be the biggest downgrade in history.
It would make sense narratively.
Yeah, but these are games, not books. So, burger. Oh, it's me. Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2 and says, "Pup, stop gaslighting." I was never gaslighting. I've never gaslit anyone in my whole entire life, so you're just gonna have to cut that out.
Weren't you arguing for classic Sonic plot shit early? Okay.
Yeah, what, do you want us to write a book about it?
Chris Lennox, $4.99. It was nice to see classic Sonic is younger Sonic in. I always seen there was a time skip between 3 and Sonic Adventure, like a classic shonen.
He's aged up a little bit. These are his college years. You gotta have that shot of him looking in the mirror as a kid, and then it cuts to him at his locker, and he's putting away his stuff, and he gets bullied by someone, and he fights back.
What was that? Didn't they actually, last year, maybe the year before, there was the Crushing 40s, or Crushing 30s, like,
that was
music video?
Yeah.
Did they do that?
That's not an official bit of anything.
Oh, it wasn't. No, okay, never mind. I was just thinking because it had, like, Crush 4... yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense. That would have
been a very, very courageous fucking move on Sega's part.
Burger. Wallace?
Is it... Yeah, Wayne.
We got Joe Madre with $10. it feels like we're at a point where people have already come up with their own explanations. So now that Sega's trying to answer stuff, people are annoyed it doesn't line up with their headcanon. And I mean, yeah, that's always going to happen, especially if you just go so long without explaining shit.
Yeah.
It needs to be said that what they are doing is still ultimately an improvement, but it's annoying to see that those symptoms are still there.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's good that it's happening now, but the fact that it took so long for them to do it does have consequences.
It's like, yeah, your drunk, alcoholic Uncle John has come out of his reclusive state, but he still injects heroin into his arms all the time. And it's like, dude, I'm glad you stopped the drink, and I'm glad you're getting out of the house, but stop with the fucking heroin, bro.
Exactly, yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Perfect metaphor.
Burger.
All right.
And I've got...
Our Paul... Or is that your turn?
This is my turn, bitch.
Okay.
I've got Jamal Simmons, our pal, sends $2. Happy B-Theory weekend milk, bro Wallens.
I was hoping you were going to get the N in there.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much, our pal Jamal. Burger.
Appreciate you.
Oz Jam H with $5. Thank you. Jet is a average Sonic fan when he pre-ordered the Sonic Colors hat. Also, Yacker and Sonic have either fused together or had a child in another universe.
They had a child. They fucked. He's a white wisp, remember?
Checkmate, Son Alley and Son Amy fans.
I actually did pre-order the DS version of Sonic Colors back in the day. I have that hat somewhere. I don't know what happened to it.
I have that sitting on one of my giant Ninja Turtles. What's their ship name? Sacker.
No.
Soccer?
I don't like this.
Yannick?
Only if we get to kick the wisp around.
Yannick.
I'd imagine if you tried to stamp on a white wisp, it would just turn into white liquid. Make a little splat sound effect.
Just little space cummies.
And that's how you get the white world.
Burger. Wallace. Wallens.
Wallens, yeah. OzJamH with $5. The only way for hyperforms to return is gamer juice.
Bloody hell.
Drink enough of those, and you'll colorful hedgehogs soon enough, along with a restraining order.
The gamer juice was created by squeezing the juice out of several gamers. Juicy. Black Yakuzu 94 sends $5. You guys heard of the rumor about Ian Flynn trying to incorporate fusion in form? You'd know more about
Metroid
that than,
Fusion, hell yeah.
You'd know more about that than me, Nick.
I not heard a single thing about that. My general assumption, being the first time I heard that, I would assume he'd just been joking on the Bumblecast. I have no idea though. That's the first I've heard of that.
See, that's what you'll see before Hypersonic returns, is super Hypersonic.
It's just fusion forms though, like merging with other characters.
I feel
it was
like
like a fusion of forms, like
No,
so they're talking
like,
about
PvP.
like fusion, like from Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay, yeah, where they do a little dance thing and they put their fingers together.
Yeah, that are the earrings.
Yep.
I don't know how all that works.
Oh no, please no, that's a horrible idea.
Oh, Gilly showed up just as we got into Dragon Ball Z conversation.
Oh.
Here's a question for all of you. What two Sonic characters do you guys want to see fused together?
All right.
He's gone.
Well, clearly we already got the best one with Yacker and Sonic. Our good friend, Soccer.
Saka.
I like Sacker better. It sounds better.
It's funnier because it sounds like sack, and sack is like
Yeah.
whole sack.
I love that.
I don't know.
I just want to see like Sonic and Tails fuse, but all that happens is Sonic gets 2 sets of quills.
What would be a cool
And they're-
mashup? What would be a cool mashup would be Shadow and Mephiles. Because it would just be the same fucking thing, ultimately.
Yeah.
I've said it before, but like when I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time, I was wondering if like a Super Shadow would be like a darker form. I think Mephiles, if they didn't bring Mephiles back himself, but like if they could use like the negative energy for the Chaos Emeralds again and make Shadow look a little bit more like Mephiles, it would be fucking sick.
Shadow with purple stripes would look kind of
We're
cool.
talking. What are you expecting, Gilly? For fuck's sake!
I don't know why. I don't know what I expect.
It's meant to come in here and be like, yes, I have to say, I do feel like the Sonic games between 1998 and 2000 were rather shallow and pedantic.
That's better than. Oh, I hope that Tails and Amy fuse together to make Tammy.
I see that
Oh, there
Sonic
won't be
Heroes
anything
is,
tame about that fusion.
is lacking a rather ornithological quality.
Oh God. Where are we now?
I don't fucking know.
Hell.
Yes.
Gilly, do you want to jump into the super chats?
I don't even know where we burger.
I just put a burger there. There's a burger on the latest one for you to read.
I have to scroll down.
Yeah,
come
oh
on.
wow.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Shut up.
Wow, Gilly.
We
We regret to inform you that Gilly has murdered Channel Pup.
Are you done teeing?
Okay, now I'm done.
Mr. SP,
Yeah.
$5. Hey, Nick. Are you ever going to do another episode about random green things?
Considering it's the lowest performing video I've ever made, probably not. I am going to get a second
Nick,
channel started.
Nick, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. Happy Green Day to you.
It's
too,
Green
Gilly.
Day. Go on.
Yeah. Happy Green Day. Thank you. I was going to try and order Gilly.
What stupid thing did you order?
No, like in the New York area, can you give me a Green Bagel for next week and just hold it in your freezer or something?
I guess.
Yeah, thanks, Gilly.
Stupid.
So because we just had Gilly, the only way of avoiding this being confusing is to go on to Wayne now. So Wayne.
Hi.
Wayne is
Wait, 1 second. Oh, wait.
Hi, you're Wayne.
We got Sonic Fans 1661 with $5. If Supersonic is Sonic and not even at his max, according to Undefeatable, then maybe we can still see Hypersonic in the future, actually near his max.
So maybe Hypersonic is 11 while Hyper's fucking... Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna even
Near
bother.
his-
No, because like Hyper's at 11,
Hyper's
Super's
at 11,
9.
Super's at a 9. Yeah.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah.
We want to see Sonic at his climax.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Welcome to the White.
Sonic and Netta.
Sonic Fan 1661 back at it again now with a $2 super chat. Getting less generous now, Sonic Fan 1661. Do better. Says,
God.
Sonic versus Perfect Cancer. Well, in that wizard.
Oh God.
All that radiation.
Nick, you're up.
Joe Madre with $10. Thank you. The thing is that the Sonic characters already spent
Burger
most of their time separated between games, so them splitting up doesn't really mean much. It does if we see it.
Yeah, and I think, like, if you're gonna say it's happening, let us see it happen, you know?
Yep. I agree.
Is that his name? Or is that a Yo Mama joke?
Yo
I think
madre.
it's
Yo madre.
Oh, God damn it.
That's genius.
God, fucking, I swear.
Big if true. Alright, Gilly, you're up.
Oi, Paz, cool kid with 1990. You couldn't even another fucking penny, really?
Oh my God, Gilly.
What do you target? More people will buy it because it's not $20. It's only 19. Happy St. Patrick's Day, boys, or Nick Day. The only two pieces of clothing I own are green. Was a scarf and a Luigi hat. Most of my stuff is blue. LOL. Anyway, sorry I was hella late. I was watching Nick and Pup's new videos.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Luigi.
Well, I mean, way past cool, kid. You can solve that problem. You just need to add a bit of yellow to your stuff. Just piss all over it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Y'all are dehydrated. Jesus. Drink some water.
Wallace.
Anyway, we got Drek the...
Drek the yuck.
We got Drek the Drek. With $10. Shadow has his own story and his own life. Even if his design was based off of Sonic, that doesn't mean his backstory needs to revolve around him. Appearance is just surface level.
Based.
You're gonna get. Yeah, look. I understand. I'm in the minority here in this argument, and we're gonna get some more people.
I quote verbatim. You told me I have shit opinions in this conversation, so you're asking for it. You're asking for it. Ozjam H.
Man, we do this every fucking week.
I also stand by what I said before. Is that like Shadow being inspired by the existence of Sonic doesn't mean Sonic revolves around him.
Yeah, it means that Shadow revolves around him.
I just don't think any of us needs to get offended by it.
It's not about offense. It's just that you're saying this is how you think it should go, and you can say that's not what you're saying. You're trying to fucking gaslight me now, bud.
Despite Shadow looking the most like Sonic, Mighty is more derived from Sonic.
That is also actually
we're talking.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong.
we're talking more within the context of the narrative. And Shadow possibly having direct inspiration from Sonic.
Yeah, but they're citing a fan theory saying that it'd be kind of cool if Gerald Robotnik was inspired by Sonic when he went to Angel Island on some fucking expedition or some shit, and that Shadow is directly inspired by Sonic's existence. And I was saying I don't like that Star Warsy everyone is.
I don't know.
I also don't like the dumb bullshit Sonic 06 did with it.
Why did you sound so much like? Why did you sound so much like Suris then?
I don't understand. So I don't understand how he went. Okay, listen, giant salamander. Wait, never mind. Hedgehog.
No, that was part of the
theory.
Yeah.
That was part of the theory, and that's why it making sense of that specifically.
I don't think we need to go to these lengths to make sense of SA2.
Because there's literally a recreation of the Shrine of the Master
narrative.
Yeah, he has a recreation of the Shrine of the Master Emerald in the Space Colony arc. So he's obviously done his research on Angel Island, the Echidna tribes, how the Chaos Emeralds and Master Emerald all work.
There is fake chaos. There's fake chaos in
there's artificial chaos, attempts at recreating that creature, and then we also get the murals of perfect chaos, supersonic, and everything like that also exists within this same culture.
All of which predates Sonic by thousands of years, might I add.
Yeah, that's not relevant.
That's not relevant.
The idea of taking from ancients technology when it's known that the ancients were pretty fucking
helps the point.
But how cool though? How fucking cool is that though? If that mural is there, that is in the canon, that is there.
Yeah, it's cool if all that stuff's there.
Let me fucking finish. My point is, what if they both got to this conclusion both naturally through Sonic and trying to force it through Shadow? That's a fucking cool parallel, man.
I just don't think you need Sonic in there. And your wording at the start of your argument was that he doesn't have anything to do with Sonic.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I like when Dark Mirror characters help bring something out of our.
I'm sorry. It makes no fucking sense for Shadow to not have anything to do with Sonic.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense for Shadow not to have a connection with Sonic because he was marketed that way for the fucking game.
He was marketed that way because that's a meta fucking thing. That's meta shit there.
Yeah,
it's like fucking Venom and shit.
With the
you
game
don't see
itself.
that fucking Eddie Brock is fucking Peter Parker's brother, except in the Ultimate Universe. But that's shit.
Pup, I would agree with you. I would be all on board with you if Shadow was a naturally born thing.
He's not. So he's not his own thing, regardless.
But then he could have just been inspired by another hedgehog. He's just going through the different species.
But but that wouldn't make sense. Again, we're talking about the content that exists within Sonic Adventure 2. We already see the Bio Lizard, which was which it's not a stretch at all to say that it was inspired by the murals of Perfect Chaos, again, trying to create the ultimate life form. And then when that didn't exactly work out, the next thing up was again from a mural that existed in the same goddamn culture of Supersonic, so he thought, fucking Hedgehog.
But also, how can that mural even be based on the real Supersonic now that we think about it? Like, if this is like an ancient
Because
thing.
prophecy and shit!
Because prophecy is... So he based it on a fucking mural. He didn't base it on Sonic.
That's what I'm saying! That's what
But
I'm
you're
fucking saying this entire goddamn time!
Your argument was that he needs more to do with Sonic. And you're now suggesting
gives
that
him
the
a
solution
connection
to
to
that
Sonic.
is to have him
That
be
gives
based
him a
on a
connection.
mural. The mural, which has no connection to Sonic, just happens to kind of prophesize him.
So, does
Yeah,
that
when-
tickle your little fucking dick?
Also, worth noting, that thing in that picture is a fucking owl, not a fucking hedgehog. You
God damn it.
dense motherfuckers.
You do not get to play that card,
I
you
get to
stupid
play that
piece of
card.
shit. I
Just
swear
because
to
you
God.
can't fucking word a persuasive argument to save your fucking life doesn't
I
mean
could
I
if
can't.
you would ever let me fucking talk
Go on.
Pup, all you do is gaslight people.
and interrupt them.
Hey, I've been saying
asshole.
all along that it's good that they based Shadow off of the Sonic mural.
No, like I've never like look. I'm sorry I didn't work on it earlier, and like genuinely and look, we all have to do better about like keeping each other in check and all that shit. And
Yes,
like Pup,
you
going to
do.
tell you genuinely, I don't like pushing you when you're not in the mood to be pushed. I apologize, but like we do a Sonic podcast, and we all can do better about like not taking the shit so fucking personally.
I
We're
wasn't
just having
fucking taking it
fun
very
doing
fucking
this
seriously.
shit.
I was just saying I don't think it's a good idea.
No. I just mean earlier when I was just kind of keep egging you on and said like, no, I want to talk more than just I like it and you don't. Like, it's fun to pick this apart. Like, fuck, we know what we're talking about. We love this shit. It's amazing. I fucking love you guys.
Yeah, all I was saying was that I just fucking like it the way it is, and you were like, but that's dog shit. You literally said it was shit.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, and I'm not gonna pretend like
I
do.
You
But,
don't
like,
like
think
it, I
it
think it's fucking
flows
shit,
naturally
though, doesn't
even
it?
within its own story.
All right, let's move on to the
Yeah.
next super chat because we're going to be having
No,
a
no,
conversation
no,
for a
no,
while
no,
based
no.
on the fact that the next super chat is also agreeing with me that Shadow is better with no direct relation to Sonic. So let's
It doesn't
move on.
make any sense.
Let's move on to Black Yakuzu 94 with $10. Shadow being directly related to Sonic would make me feel how I feel about Chaos and the Ancients, in that it doesn't really add anything, and I agree with Pup that it makes the universe feel smaller, based. But also, yeah, that's just my main thing, is I don't like this whole...
It is it.
Sonic
is-
is enough of a fucking
It
Gary
makes me
Stu as
if
it is, you know, without
if
fucking...
Shadow has no relation to Sonic in that way, that makes it so much worse in terms of like me actually being immersed in the story, because then instead of my brain going, oh, there's a reason he looks like Sonic, that makes sense, my brain goes, oh, people at Sega designed him to look like this.
Yeah, and also counter argument
that's a
to the
character
it makes the
design.
universe feel smaller and feels and everything like that, or more tropey or whatever, is by forcing it to try to make it feel bigger and like in pretending they don't have any connection to each other, you're making the universe feel like it is aimless and unfocused.
That's like saying because two characters look alike, they must therefore be related. Like,
if we only ever saw two fucking hedgehogs up to this point,
the
and they
marketing
directly
of the
parallel
game,
each other,
yes, the
then
marketing
yeah,
of the game
maybe
says
we can make
that
some
Sonic,
connections there.
from a meta standpoint, is the yin to Shadow's yang or what fucking not. That doesn't mean they
I'm
literally have to be
I'm
of
Pup.
similar
I'm-
origin. That's
I'm
all I'm
sorry.
saying.
I get that. I understand what you're saying, but just even in the game's narrative, the point of Shadow in the beginning is everybody thinks that's Sonic. Meaning, as far as I can allude to in terms of the story in and of itself,
There's not a lot of
Sonic's a
hedgehogs.
rarity. Right. So, like, again, like, and I should have clarified earlier, I was just spitballing when I said, like, Sonic's brother or clone or shit like that. Yeah, like, I understand that's tropey and that's tiresome, and they went out of their way to build something bigger there, but I still feel that there could be some kind of connection between the two characters that better exemplifies and, you know, shows us more about Sonic as a character, as a good Dark Mirror does, but also can still expand and Shadow can kind of grow and be his own thing from there. Because the way Venom does it is like, yeah, there's a direct connection between him and Peter Parker, but from there he grows out and he's his own thing and he has his own universe from there. Like, I feel like regardless of how we feel about SA2, they've made Shadow's world a whole lot smaller. Knuckles was a rival character, and then they expanded the world with his introduction.
Imagine if Venom looked like Spider-Man for no fucking reason.
And they had no connection
like-
to him whatsoever.
You mean like there's like 2 movies exactly about that, and everybody is fucking pissed about that?
Yeah, they can have a relevant relation to one another that isn't like directly taking anything away.
I mean, it also depends like what role you view these characters as being in as well. Now, this is where I understand that I drift away from what's canon, where I think your guys' argument is, I guess, a little more hinged on what is canon. Is like, yeah, there's the argument that like Shadow is the Vegeta to Sonic, and you could say also in some ways the Venom to Spider-Man. I've always seen him as more the Batman to Superman. Not that his fucking origin story is anything like that, of course, but like that's kind of the way I fuck it. I mean, loved one getting shot, you know, but like
No, he's definitely Vegeta to Sonic.
I
Or
want
Vegeta to Sonic, Vegeta to Goku.
No,
same
I
thing.
get that's what it is, and it's like this is where I'm gonna come in and say like, here's my thing I would like to see that is not canon, like what you guys are doing. I would like to see Shadow move more off in like a kind of a Batmanish direction. I think that would be better for the character going forward. But like, you know, that's one of those things where I've also been shot down for pitching that idea plenty of times in the past, anyways.
There's
I don't
always
hate
there's
it.
always
I
reasons
don't
there's
hate
always
it.
reasons behind everything. Like, okay, for example, like you look at Vegeta and Goku. Yeah, they can both turn Super Saiyan. They have both these same similar powers or whatever because they're both Saiyans. There's the explanation that they're both Saiyans. Before that, we had fucking Turles, right, from Tree of Might, and he looks like fucking Goku. Imagine if, at least in that movie, they were like, oh, he looks like Goku because he's a Saiyan of the same, like, rank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he just looks like Goku and they didn't fucking say anything. He just looks exactly like Goku and they didn't acknowledge it.
I don't know.
You know
I feel
what,
like
though?
that still revolves more around a
My-
species thing.
So,
my
like-
my only thing is that if we're trying to force the divergence, if we're trying to force, yeah, they have no actual direct correlation to one another, and that Shadow's creation is not connected at all to Sonic in any way, or to the mural, or anything like that, then all we're left with is what Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog did with them, and they're both bad at storytelling.
To me, for him to not have anything to do with Sonic, that, in my opinion, cheapens his design and cheapens his whole concept as a character.
Yeah,
Because then all that's left is corporate, let's make a NekoSonic. Instead of, here's the reason.
I mean, I
I
don't
think
see
making
it
him
that way.
I think making him the time traveling chosen one that was meant to destroy some evil or fuck off whatever thing is just, that is every bit as tropey as you want to say like what we're suggesting is.
I think
And it adds nothing, and it doesn't make the world feel smaller, but Jesus Christ, does it make it feel dumber and more convoluted.
You know what though, Pup? Like the thing is though, like I'm mostly just talking about like the beginnings of his story, like expanding out from there. I think there's somewhere between Batman and Vegeta that Shadow should kind of fill.
Yeah, I
don't
think
think there's
there
a
is a
direct-
happy medium.
I don't think we should make direct connections with either of them, but like I think a lot of folks like that don't like the Vegeta comparisons also kind of forget like Vegeta has one of the most interesting character arcs in all of that fucking show and manga.
Yeah.
Like super aside, like Vegeta remains relevant because he's like, no, this guy beat me, and I'm not just going to just be another thing that gets washed aside. Like Shadow has remained on toe to toe with Sonic, and I love that about him. I don't think that means he can't also be his own thing. I do like at least the themes of Sonic 06 for him, and like that's because of you and Suris specifically. It kind of brought me back around on that, where it's just like I have to fight my own darkness, and I have to come to terms with, you know, not just his past, but like my future as well. And I think that's beautiful for him. I like him having some kind of a connection with Sonic. Doesn't need to be familial, but like something there, because a rivalry has to have some kind of a connection. And For fuck's sake, those are my favorite kind of connections in the Sonic franchise. And I know I'm speaking just for myself here, but man, fuck me, I love that Sonic has characters that keep him on his toes, because that's a boy that wants to move. And I like the idea of Shadow's like, yeah, I got to do something with all this energy too. And this guy kind of pushes me. You know, they push each other. They're workout buddies. That's Vegeta and Goku. That's what they are.
See, what I always found worked so well about Shadow for me was the idea that, like, he's lived his life kind of in an isolated kind of state. He's only ever known Maria Robotnik. He's only ever really loved one person or had one sense of what family is. And when he basically sees the humans from the Earth world come and do that, it completely challenges his worldview. Well, that's how he kind of gets his worldview, and he kind of becomes that very negative, all business kind of, it's either all right or it's all wrong kind of objective.
Edgy the hedgy, yes.
Kind of, I wouldn't call it edgy. I would say it's influenced by what happened to him. And,
Edgy,
you know,
edgy.
I think Sonic is ultimately a more interesting character when Shadow's around, because I do think that Shadow's kind of more all-business personality definitely challenges Sonic's more, I'm what you see is what you get, a guy that loves adventure thing. And I think, like, those parallels are something that's earned purely through the characterization and the interactions that these two have. So I think that's kind of maybe why I'm so averse to the idea of Shadow being inspired by anything of, like, Sonic in his creation or his fruition. Is I feel like that dynamic was something that was earned, in that these two characters have two different philosophies that are very interesting when put together. I don't, you know, I'm not going to say that the storytelling in Sonic Adventure 2 is all perfect, because, yeah, there's a lot of holes there. But I'm fine with the idea that Gerald Robotnik just tested different ideas, workshopped different things, maybe a Bio-Lizard, maybe a Chaos kind of thing, and eventually just landed on Hedgehog, and here's fucking Shadow, you know?
Yeah, but no, even other hedgehogs don't look like Sonic.
Who the fuck said? What are the fucking... Silver looks
and my
like
only
Sonic.
thing is, I don't understand...
He landed on a hedgehog that just so happens to look just like Sonic.
That's what hedgehogs look like.
No.
Well,
Silver doesn't look anything like either of them.
Yes, he fucking does. He's basically
No, he doesn't. And Amy doesn't look like either of them
Amy's
either.
a girl. Amy's a girl. That's different. But also, Amy, in her classic form, you could tell me that was Sonic in drag.
Yeah,
and I completely
classic Amy,
believe
but
you.
she looked like that for 5 minutes. And
Yeah,
then
but
they
she
made her
got
not
a
look
different
like that.
fucking hairstyle. If she had her hair back like that, it would have...
The only thing that gets to me about it is, like, I've seen the argument being made here that, like, yeah, like what we're interpreting here from, you know, the mural being a direct inspiration behind Shadow doesn't add anything. I like everything that you just said about Shadow. My thing is, like, the whole thing that we've been explaining doesn't take any of that away.
The mural,
if anything, I think it almost strengthens it, because it's Shadow not being something he was supposed to be, and that's what gives him his character.
The mural I can kind of get behind, so long... I still don't like the idea of it being this prophetic character. I don't like chosen one narratives for main protagonists.
That's what he is in 06, man.
I'm aware. I don't happen to actually really like 06's story very much. I don't know if I've ever really expressed that. There's elements of it I like.
I thought that's where this whole conversation started.
That's quite a take.
I like Mephiles. I like Shadow's story.
Yeah, dude, I love syphilis.
I love our methy boy, but, like, I don't like chosen one narratives. I don't really like the idea that the universe revolves around Sonic, and I guarantee you, if I had a problem with that in the first arc of the IDW comics, I will certainly have a problem with it if they take one of my favorite characters and make him in any way inspired by Sonic in his very existence. However, the mural... It isn't necessarily Sonic. It kind of just prophesies that a hero will... I mean, it has spikes, but it doesn't look like fucking Sonic. It looks like this weird fucking angel thing, you know?
That's always kind of how I interpreted that, though, was, like, not that, like Gerald was directly making Shadow to be like Sonic. He was just trying to match, like, what he thought was supposed to be this, like, world-saving force or something like that he saw in the murals. That's all I mean when I say that, like, that's what I want out of that theory, is because I think he was trying to create what he saw prophesized by what he probably imagined was the greatest power in that world, and then him thinking that it was his responsibility to be part of that. I mean, then, again, a lot of that gets recontextualized in Shadow the Hedgehog, but it's whatever. That's all I mean by that. And again, it's like, because I agree with so much of what you say about Shadow as a character, but I think so much of that can be told from like how he moves on past his origin. It's kind of like Mewtwo from the Pokemon movie, where he was, but that, yeah, I don't know.
Versus the man-made one, and how they ended up, learning to live in unity with each other. And
yeah.
I feel like the general point I'm kind of pulling from this is that we just need to explore the history of Sonic's world a bit more. And other
Guys, can you look at the
hedgehogs
backrooms real quick?
in that world? Like the idea that maybe some other hedgehog was prophesized to do that, and it wasn't specifically Sonic.
Gilly, what?
Really, what is
Gilly, why?
Why did you send this?
Gilly, why?
What the fuck?
Is it weird that I kind of want it?
I kind of wanted to.
Look at that fucking hamburger helper quill just at the top.
Are you permitting vehicular man-burger helper? Yeah. I guess, long story short, I'm not even like disagreeing with you.
One second,
Bob.
I'll be right back.
It's more of just like, I think we want the same thing. I just don't think that we communicated exactly what we wanted out of them.
I'm gonna be real.
But
This does sound more like a misunderstanding than it sounds like anything else. Which
Yeah,
means
yeah.
that this
'Cause
episode is a lot longer than it needs to be.
This is what people are here for, though, right? Like, we give a shit, and that's fun. I think it's fun.
Yeah, you put your positive spin on it, champ.
I'm going to.
We're taking out the positive energy from the chaos talk.
All right. So a couple chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they canonize in like some like strategy guide or some shit that Gerald did go research the shit on Angel Island?
I don't know. I mean, again, I think it makes sense just kind of like from context, but I don't know that's ever been confirmed.
Yeah, somebody's gonna know. I don't know. I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm with you, Wayne. I think that there's just stuff in the game. I think there's just context clues in there alluding to that, because like you don't come across like artificial chaos in the chaos chamber, or even that big salamander motherfucker just managing to negate what the Master Emerald can do.
Especially since the Biolizard has a very similar cry to Perfect Chaos, which could have been, time constraints and, they were just reusing assets.
I'm a sucker for themes and narratives, man. I'm a sucker for them. And but the ties are already there. They're already there. Gerald is directly connected to Eggman. Like, that's a familial tie. There's family themes throughout that entire game, and what family means. And I saw somebody in the comments mention this earlier. They're like, "Oh, what, you want Shadow to settle down with the family or something?" I mean, that would make sense for his narrative if he found a family, a new thing to fight for. That's our boy.
I like the idea of Shadow having a found family.
Else. Yeah.
Could somebody draw Shadow in a pink shirt?
I mean,
Shadow, and fuck. You know what? Everyone wants the gator and the bunny mama. I say Shadow and bunny mama, and they raise cream.
I said myself in the past that I would like Shadow to be what Batman is to Superman to Sonic. And in that regard, like, Batman and Superman are in many ways like found family kind of brothers, but they do butt heads on philosophies from time to time. I think that would be a really great place to have Shadow end up in his complete reformed state, as like the end of that arc for Shadow. And now he's someone that, yes, he does butt heads with Sonic and does have completely different philosophies to him, but he still has a profound respect for him.
I just want, and they keep showing it at IDW, canonize that Shadow Chow being Shadow's Chow. That's all I want.
Give him something to fight for, Give him people to love.
Yeah.
He spends more time in the Chow Garden more than anybody else. That's canon in my head.
I personally, I like to think with like Shadow going forward, my personal little, like, I guess headcanon for him is that he doesn't even like fighting. He doesn't even want to be in this struggle anymore. It's just like things keep pulling him back in.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, where I think like Sonic lives for the adventure, and he's more of just like, I guess like Pup, like you were saying, was he was so motivated by very specific things and like horrible things that happened to him and to the people that he cared about, And Sonic's just there for the thrill of it, and he just doesn't have that same outlook on all of it.
I mean, it's also worth noting it makes a lot of sense for Shadow to kind of settle down, have a home and a family and shit like that, because Tails Tube just mentioned that Sonic is homeless. Willfully, by the way. And
confirming Some Call Me Johnny's little quip about him in the Secret Rings video forever ago.
But also it confirms that Prime Sonic can't be canon because he has a home in Green Hill Zone.
You know what drives me crazy? It feels like a lot of these answers, these solidified answers, are just like over the years Sonic team didn't want to answer them, and we still just get non-answers. Like, well, where does Sonic live? Well, nowhere.
Also, I'm just gonna say, saying that he's homeless and that he doesn't live in Green Hill or whatever makes bringing Green Hill back constantly even less excusable.
The more you mention it, the more I agree with you. I think that he should have like a set little burrow somewhere. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned in Forces that Green Hill was one of his favorite spots. God, imagine having something that's a downgrade from Forces storytelling. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a good fucking point. Yeah, no, because, like, he really should be somebody that's constantly moving. He doesn't settle down in one spot, but we do see him, like, pick some favorite locations and everything like that.
Where does he put his belongings? Like, he must have some Like, are we implying that Sonic is just an insane homeless person? Like, he doesn't own anything. He doesn't participate in capitalism. He refuses to, surround himself with any kind of found family or anything like that. He just keeps going wherever he goes because he's a complete and absolute psychopath.
I mean, I've met quite a few people that are willingly homeless drifters.
Well, yeah, you've been to Portland.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he just has a massive crack addict. I think he just has a massive crack problem. That's just what it is.
That's what the speed was the entire time.
Sonic's speed.
Oh, he knows what he uses to season his chili dogs.
The whole game is just a metaphor. Like, he's not really going on these adventures. Cyberspace is just him fucking tripping the fuck out on shrooms. It's like one of those old fucking early 2000s internet theories of like, oh, Winnie the Pooh actually takes place in an insane asylum.
Yeah, that shit.
I fucking hate that stuff. It's so stupid.
Oh, what was it? Like the Ed, Edd and Eddy kids are all dead the entire time.
Mario's a communist. Thanks, Matt Pat.
Fucking Rugrats never existed.
Cars 8 people, and then they made the world for Wally.
Oh, shit! I put it down as episode 84.
What is it?
94.
Oh,
we're approaching close. 100. Remember?
That's very exciting. All right.
I think we've made peace on the Shadow situation.
No, we fucking haven't. All right. I fucking hate the shit you want to do with this fucking character. Stay away from my precious boy. Look, there's only one fan theory that is canon, recognized by Ian Flynn himself, and it's B theory. All right.
I love just how offset somebody put you when they just put in the comments. Yeah, wouldn't they be more like hexagon shaped?
Yeah, but fuck you. Hardware limitations, you know?
I'd be down for B theory if this was Banjo-Kazooie.
Hardware limitations. That means I can't make them hexagons.
Huge tits in that one, so
they can't.
Banjo-Kazooie is really good.
I ordered that remaster from Grant Kirkhope of all the old Banjo songs. It sounds so good.
And remember, guys, it's okay to call Nuts and Bolts a disappointing game, but if you're calling it a bad game, you're objectively wrong.
Nah.
You need to get over it. They changed it, and that's okay.
We're over it because they're never making another one.
Exactly, so you might as well enjoy Nuts and Bolts as the finale, the send-off, the end.
No, it was an annoying game with not much to actually do in the open
world.
And it also it was a heavy curve on the annoying meta humor.
Lynn.
Whose turn is it?
I don't fucking know. I'll take it.
It's yours, Nick. I read Black Yakuza 94.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right. That Jordo with $5. The one time I have Friday off and I missed nearly the entire episode. Lamau. Let's go be emoji. We gotta get some fucking emojis in for our patrons.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. No, we do. Well, you can't do that via YouTube. You need to use the YouTube membership thing to do that in the chat.
Well,
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get something for our server, but maybe
I mean,
can
we've got loads of emojis for the Discord server.
I've
No,
seen
I mean,
them.
like, we can make some. I think we can make some.
Okay.
100%. Anyway,
No, Gilly. Burger.
Gilly
Oh,
back?
Gilly's dead.
No, he's still
I
here.
killed him myself.
Wait.
It was easy. All right, we got that Jordo with $5. Amazon Japan is offering a. Yeah, I saw this morning.
Is this real?
Amazon Japan is offering a spoon and fork with Tears of the Kingdom as a pre-order bonus. I have never needed an incomplete set of silverware more.
Is that
yeah,
real?
It's just. Yeah, it is
Real.
just a plain ass like silver spoon and
What?
fork, and it's like it's just got like the logo or it's got the name of the game just kind of etched into the fucking handle. I just
need to
sat
see
and
this.
stared at that, and then I looked up at my like collector's edition for Breath of the Wild, and I'm just wondering how did we get here?
I need to see this.
I'm
It's
gonna be
not-
honest with you.
it's
I'm gonna
not
be honest
just-
with you, Wayne.
Yeah,
I was like, that was stupid, and then I was like, spoon and fork. If they had made like a Master Sword knife, all over it.
God
all
damn
over it.
No, yeah, see, I would have been into that. My thing is like Nintendo got lazy with collector's editions. They use one template for all of them now.
But now it's a spoon and a fork. I'm seeing this. This is hilarious. What the fuck? That better be metal. That better be metal, not plastic.
Have you seen the GameStop pre-order bonus? I'm getting a slab of wood with my special edition.
Hang on, wait. Let me see. Tears of the Kingdom GameStop.
Man, I'm not even bothering with the collector's edition for Tears of the Kingdom. There's nothing in there I want.
I
Green's
mean, hey,
fine.
that slab
Gotta
of
get it.
wood is still more than fucking the Sonic Frontiers pre-orders got. So, I'll give
Yeah.
it that. I didn't get a fucking fork and spoon with my Sonic Frontiers.
I think the next game is gonna go hard with special editions. I think it's time.
I hope so, cause man,
I think they should offer me a
'Cause,
knife
like-
with Sonic Frontiers too.
again, first party collector's editions on the Switch have all just been the same size box with an art book, maybe a steel book.
Yeah.
Full stop. That's all they've been.
Yeah.
Europe got a fucking vinyl with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive. Thanks again for Pup for helping me get that.
What did it do
But
again?
oh no, you helped me get the collector's edition for Xenoblade
No, that
Chronicles
wasn't
on
me.
Switch.
That wasn't me. That was Cecil.
What?
That wasn't me. That was Cecil.
No, that was
that
you.
was Cecil. Cecil did that.
No.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
No, I didn't do
Anyway.
anything.
I want
yeah.
to do something else with my day.
I didn't do shit for you.
Anyway, whose turn is it? Pup? I think it's Pup's turn.
I think it's Gilly's turn.
Gilly's not here
Why?
because I killed him.
Burger. Misty Terry Chaos sends £2. Don't forget, Sonic CD is related to Sonic 4, winky face. Yes, you can see where the Sonic 4 saga begins.
You know what? That's what I want a Tails Tube for. Figure that fucking mess out. Just say the time stones fuck things up. Just say that. Just say that he Eggman built the fucking death egg around it, and time stones got wonky.
You know what I would love if they gave us an explanation for everything, but it just doesn't make any sense. So, they're like, so how come all this happened and this, and their response is just everyone was on holiday, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'd be about that. I would love that.
That'd be a power move.
Triforce. Sorry, go ahead, Wayne.
The next Tails 2 starts. It's just Tails. He pops up, says burger, and then it ends.
That's the kind of meta we're about
Sonic's
here, baby.
world is literally a cheeseburger. They literally live on Sweet Mountain now. That's canon.
I wouldn't hate that.
I kind of would.
I think I would hate it eventually, but just seeing them go that mad, just like, what's going on there? What,
Because that would just give them an
someone check out
excuse
Azuka?
to rehash fucking more assets.
It's like, Izuka, it's time to go to bed, buddy. You okay?
That's a sign. It's time to go, Izuka, when you fucking put Sonic's World on Sweet Mountain. We're literally having to go at him for shit he hasn't even done now at this point.
I mean, we should, because there's shit he hasn't even done yet that the fan base really wants.
What, putting fucking shit on Sweet Mountain, ain't it?
Sonic Adventure 3.
I think he wants to. I think he really wants to.
No, man. Like, that dude has all to say.
He wants to.
If there's no Sonic Adventure 3, that's because of
No,
him.
his dad told him he couldn't. Burger.
No, we've not read
Oh
that
shit,
one yet.
no, we haven't. Yeah.
Triforce 3. That's not suffrage. It says super age. Let the ladies go super. Amy Rose Gold and Hyper Cream when?
Hyper
I'm with you,
cream
Riku.
sounds like a fucking ultra sugary whipped cream that you can put on your bagel.
I'm about that
And
life.
the ad would have like a kid in it, and his eyes are fucking edited to go massive when he goes hyper, and there's like a rock jingle. I haven't gotten out of the 2000s age of TV commercials, evidently.
Amazing. Wayne.
Okay, we got Mr. Krabs with $1.99. Sega, just give us Super Amy and Hyper Tangle Whisper.
Imagine if the form was literally called Hyper Tangle or Whisper. Like, that's just the name of it. Tangle has become Hyper Tangle or Whisper. That would be amazing.
Amazing.
Hey, sir, I'll be right back.
Oh, that's fine. We don't need you because I'm reading the next one. Burger. Sonic Fan 1661 sends $2. Eggman and cheese. Chegman. There's gotta be some kind of... That's gotta...
There's gotta be a better way. It's just an egg and cheese man. That's what it is, an egg and cheese.
What about egg cheese?
Well, I mean, just name him a sandwich. That's all you gotta do. The egg and cheese. The egg and cheese.
It sounds like a slur, Chegman. Like,
That Jorno with $2. Rugilly.
Rugilly. That's not the ship, that's the form, by the way. I just want to make that clear. The ship is Pooge.
Oh god.
Oh, well, since it's just you and me.
Holy shit. Wow, MBT.
NBTV sends 80 Canadian dollars. That's a...
Thank you.
That's a lot of Canadian dollars.
It is.
Something, throwing money in faces, something, have a funky Monkey Friday, happy Green Day, not the band boys. Why can't it be for the band, is the question.
Like, genuinely, thank you, NBTV. We have a huge trip coming up just next week, and I get to see this charming fucking bitch very soon. You excited for the trip?
No, I put my plane ticket in the microwave. Fucking talking shit about Shadow again, man. Fuck.
That's not talking shit. We have different opinions on a character we love.
Yeah, your opinion's shit.
All right.
I swear, we are becoming Sonic and Shadow at this fucking point.
We gotta work on that, man. Like, we're both hot-headed motherfuckers. Like, these are just rainbow boys.
They're not gay. Knuckles is the gay one. Knuckles is the rainbow boy. And Sonic is too. Shadow's pan.
I think Knuckles is just an incel, man.
Why would he be in it? What? Okay, that's loaded. That is loaded. I want to hear more.
Isn't it?
That's why he attacks Rouge.
I mean, Rouge is just right there, and he's just so mad about it. He's just mad about those tits. I bet he'd like those tits if there were just giant spikes coming out of them.
What about tits?
Should he not
Rouge
be...
the bat, buddy!
Yeah, but if he's an incel, he's furious that he's not getting to play with them. Oh my god. Look, I want dinner. Let's go on again. Burger. Gilly.
Burger.
Come now.
I don't know.
Read the... Please?
Oh my god, wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Look in the back rooms.
What now?
There's more. There's more.
Oh, I want this one now.
They have all...
Oh, God.
Oh,
have
man.
all of them.
I want this
one. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hold on. Hold on.
Gilly.
Dude, look to the left. Look at the knuckles.
Oh,
He looks like he's fucking rolling.
Oh, he's somewhere else, man. That dude is just somewhere else.
I like how Knuckles, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver all have the same smirk.
But Knuckles just like
Knuckles
dude,
doesn't
he's,
have
he's-
outlines
he's
or anything.
floating on an island, if you know what I mean.
They've used like semi-official kind of graphics for the faces on the other ones, where Knuckles is just like, wow. Oh, I want these. I want all of these.
I love this whole website. I didn't know this existed.
I was like, what are you doing?
Oh my god!
Wait, if Wayne's not here, is he still logging the super chats?
I'm here.
Guys, look at this
Reaching
one.
far across these new frontiers?
All right, who wants to reenact Blood and
I
Honey?
don't like that song.
Oh, for fuck's
How
sake.
can you not like
Goddamn.
that song? It's a good song.
It's a little too high pitched.
Ooh, there's a Totoro
I don't know.
one.
It's goaded.
I'm
They
not
have a
gonna
Totoro
play
one.
this. I'm not gonna do this.
I had a Umbreon one, Kikarubi once
We
that I
really,
liked.
really need to get back to the super chats. I want dinner.
Ooh, there's Stitch.
We can do some of this when we play Fortnite,
Punch Buggy.
I want to
'cause I
go
know
to.
Gil's not gonna play. He's just gonna be a fucking.
Gil,
He's just gonna go to Funsies.
I played Splatoon. Why don't you play Fortnite with me?
yeah,
You
Gil.
you fucking sold Splatoon. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear
because you
it.
stopped playing with me.
I
Gilly!
didn't stop playing.
Gilly!
Oh my
Way
god!
past
Look!
cool
Look!
kid.
There's enough for every key member. Look.
There's only 3 of them. Teletubbies. I get the green one. I get the green one. I get the green one. I get the green one.
I really got so much work to do today.
I
man.
get to be the purple one who is gay, according to conservative media in the 90s.
No, I think he actually was legitimately gay back
Is
in the
he?
day. But for some reason, that was a problem for the BBC back in,
It was very
in
funny.
as long ago as the 1990s. Such a long, long time ago.
Okay, guys, I know, Wayne, I know you gotta get to stuff, but this is a very important. Please look at this one.
Okay.
I can't. the fuck is that shit?
You know what? Yeah.
Let's
all
wait
right.
for when we next see. Wait
For
for.
fuck's sake!
Look at the faces.
Wait! Oh my god! The faces!
Those are costumes. Those are costumes. They're not selling you toys. What is this creepy mannequin shit?
But let's wait until the next time we see Ant Dude. Yeah, for that.
Oh
The
my
audience
God.
can't even see any of this.
All right, come on,
Put it up.
Gilly.
These are Newgrounds Power Rangers.
Gilly.
Put it up. Oh my god,
No,
look at all the pictures.
Gilly, just
What?
read the fucking super chat already, Gilly.
Burger.
Burger. You've been burgered.
Alright, hold up.
I love that they're different pictures too.
It comes with backpacks. Is this the? Did you burger me?
I did burger you, yes. It's the last one with the
Okay.
burger under it.
Okay, way past cool kid with $9.99. Once again, please, please, one more penny. That is Satan's number upside down. I don't like it. I'm on the YouTube. I'm on the YouTube app on the iPhone, and they have predetermined cash values and can't choose how much I donate. Gilly, please, we weren't gonna party like it's night. No. Come on, us '90s kids gotta cling. No.
For that, it's 'cause you were born in
And you know what?
Yeah,
I
but
would,
to
you
be
know what?
fair,
I would
sir-
feel better. I would feel better if we were partying like it's 1999, but we're not. We're
Yeah,
partying
Gilly,
like it's
you-
like it's 9.99.
Also, you were
all right?
born in like 1972 as well, Gilly, to be fair, so you ain't a 90s kid.
What the fuck are you talking
You were
about?
born in 1972.
Listen, just because you were born in 2008,
I was not
doesn't
born
mean
in
that-
2000. I was reborn in 2000.
just because you were born after 9/11.
I was not born after 9/11.
Tell your baby face that.
Leave the listen, all right? Listen. Shut up.
It's adorable though.
Shut the fuck up. The problem is
This
it
is a
ain't
good place.
sexy. All right.
Rest
Well,
in big-
Sexy cherub. Go on.
oh, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Okay, so I think I
Wait.
got this one. God damn this. Drek the Drek with $10. I always loved the idea of Shadow being based off the mural. I just don't think that Sonic needed to have any influence on Shadow's lived experience on the arc. The Shadow Maria thing is enough for me. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted.
I'm not. We can't change the canon. I like the idea of Shadow believing he's this ultimate life form thing, and then coming across Sonic. I still can work with the SA2 thing that we have. I don't fucking like we're in space and he cures AIDS. Like it's just too OC for me. But I can still live. God damn it! Like we still have what we have. I come to Jesus. What is sex?
Oh my god! Hell yes.
Well,
okay, I want the
Michael
Wazowski
is the only
one.
thing he could be based off of, right? Because he predates.
I mean, other than just hedgehogs in general, to be fair.
I got
Well,
one for
yeah,
Anthony.
yeah. But I mean that Sonic didn't exist when Shadow was made.
Listen, I'm gonna say only one thing, all right? Okay.
I don't like these onesies you keep sharing, Gilly. They make me sad that
You can't picture Anthony wearing that?
They make me sad that you're alive.
Gil, what's with you in the onesies lately?
We have to get that for Anthony.
I know.
You want like a onesie or something? What's going on here?
I
Do
would
you wanna
buy
be
another
in Star
Kigurumi.
Group?
I like them.
I mean, I like
I
them
want-
too. I've got a Buzz Lightyear onesie.
I want Kirby to suck me up and ride me around like a car.
Oh no.
Okay,
I want
so
Kiss Forgotten Lands.
I'm up with that Jordo, $10. Gerald backing out and rebuilding the ultimate life form in the form of a fast hedgehog for the absolute hell of it, and not because he was inspired by the ancient prophecies and murals. Go off, I guess, lol. My theory was that he was just built on the form of just a regular hedgehog, and he happens to be fast because he's ultimate. He can do that. He can also fly. Sonic can't do that, you know?
He flies the one time and never again.
Yeah, he can
Or
still
again.
do it, so fuck you. He does.
Black
He
Yakuza-
chooses not to because he's too
It would
badass.
have been nice if he had done that at the end of the game.
No, he doesn't do it because he's too badass to fly. Flying is for fucking fairies, and he's not a fairy.
Gilly,
He's a badass.
Oh,
He's a
no.
Satan.
No.
He didn't mean it like that. He didn't mean it like that.
What's the matter here?
That word is used in other ways over here, or at least it was at one
Wait,
time.
The
wait,
fuck?
what
I was
word?
talking
I
about
wasn't
like the
paying attention.
fucking.
I was looking at the creepy SpongeBob.
Yeah,
What are you guys
wait.
talking about?
Yeah, I was talking about fucking Cosmo
Oh my
Wonder
God,
kind of
Nick.
fairy kind of thing, you know? Fucking Christmas tree one.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, that word's that word's
Exactly.
got-
Wait, I knew what
Wait.
you meant. It's got different connotations.
Wait, I don't know what word he's talking about. Wait, can somebody type it so I don't...
Yeah.
The last one I just sent is horrifying.
Oh no, I don't want to read that. Oh boy, that is messed up.
Elmo.
That's not Elmo. That's one of those
It's like
parody
a
fucking
red-
YouTube channels.
Rhino thing.
Oh,
That's hug me,
Wayne?
I'm scared. That's hug me, I'm scared is what that shit is. That's
I-
Wonder
I-
Show.
I think that one's at this point been like... I don't think that holds any weight anymore.
I don't think
I-
think so either. But that's why I just wanted to clarify. Pup obviously didn't mean it like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the last time I heard that term, it was not in a good
Yeah.
way.
No, I absolutely.
Yeah, but it was
mentioned
never
that.
even-
I was
even at-
absolutely trying to be.
I think even at its height, it was never like the most offensive thing.
no,
it was
wasn't.
pretty.
Yeah.
No, I am the ultimate.
It's the same thing
homophobe.
as like
I don't know if we need to continue that thought.
no, but do you remember the Rock being like talking about people's candy ass?
What?
You don't remember
No.
that? You don't remember that?
I don't watch wrestling. I've never understood the appeal.
Nick, do you remember?
I don't watch wrestling. I'm sorry, but I know what you're talking about. Like cultural osmosis, at least told me what The Rock was cooking.
He was cooking, and he used to do things to people's candy ass.
Yep.
So shall we?
Did he?
We'll
Fuck.
Sure.
go ahead.
Oh my
and-
God, they have Pluto. They have Pluto. I wonder if they have Goofy.
Okay, so someone's gonna have to read the next super chat, and I think it's Nick. Nick, you're up with Black Yakuza 94 Booker.
All right. Let's see here.
All right.
Black Yakuza 94 with $5. Thank you again. This entire episode just reinforces to me that the next Tales 2 will be about Shadow.
I mean, we already kind of touched on him in the Robotnik episode.
I mean, like, he is bar none, far and away, the most controversial fucking character in the entirety of the franchise. People are completely obsessed with him And if you don't get them just absolutely fucking right to your specific standards, people lose their goddamn fucking minds.
At the end of
I've
the
never
day,
seen they react the way they do for Shadow for any other character.
as far as I see it, if the game one says they're twin brothers or some shit, I'll be like, I'm just gonna wait for the movie. Because there's even things about the classic Sonic canon that I've always thought is kind of dumb. I never liked the idea that the tornado is Sonic's plane. I like the idea that it's Tails' plane. All right?
I mean, it has Sonic's name on it.
Yeah, but Tails is a fucking simp, you know? He would do that. But
Where
like
did that?
but
What? Maybe he built it for Sonic.
yeah, but I still like the idea that fucking Tails has his own fucking plane, and they fucking even mention that in Sonic Prime when Sonic's like, "Oh, you're so cool, you got your own plane and shit." It's like, yeah, he does have. I was thrilled when the fucking movie came around and they just stole a fucking plane.
So you're comparing like our critiques of Shadow's backstory to a plane?
Yeah, because your critiques amount to more for Sonic.
Clarified
My
what all
critiques
this meant.
amount to
Guys.
Sonic is a Gary Stu. I want less things to be related to Sonic.
Guys, look at the back rooms.
Okay.
There's a contingent. Oh hell yeah! You want to fuck my wife? I feel like we all need to get. Wait, what's this? Why are there so many goofy words?
Well, the other goof. This one's actually from the website I was looking
Oh
at.
my
Originally-
god!
guys, I'm sorry. No, this is Goofy. Have you ever heard of Vor?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
We're not gonna
3
say.
hours.
We're all gonna stay completely silent about what I just posted in the back rooms. We're gonna stay completely silent. But I want you to look
yeah, I
at
know.
it.
No, I saw it. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's cool how they made it so that the Goofy's head is just there and your face doesn't show.
Shut the fuck up. All right, Gilly, I think you're up anyways. Burger.
I kind of want the Goofy one.
I know you do.
Last week, Nick, you were like, we've got to get better about doing the super chats in a timely manner. We were on hour number 3.
This is not my fault.
Crimson
is
Rose
entirely-
with $5. Wow!
No, wrong one! Wrong one!
Wow,
Wrong
no,
one!
finish it.
All right,
Wrong
I'm gonna
one!
Oh, clearly this one's for me. Sonic fan 1661, $2. Sonic is a socialist?
I don't think Sonic is anything. He doesn't
I'm
exist.
so fucking thankful Suris is not here today.
Jesus.
Well,
fucking, why don't
we
you
know
tell him how you
Shadow. We know
really
Shadow.
fucking feel?
Shadow is absolutely a conservative.
Shadow is no. You need to watch the philosophy episode of Sunset
I
City.
don't know. He's not very conservative with his ammo.
Shadow.
Voiced by
Shadow
Trump.
is fucking radical leftist, like fucking Antifa, fucking radical leftist. We talked about like how Shadow would deal with J.K. Rowling compared to how Sonic would deal with her in the philosophy episode, and that was the conclusion we came to.
Oh, you know, I don't want to talk about this. Anyway,
Wallace, you're up with Crimson Rose.
we got Crimson Rose with $5. Was I? No, that's not it. That's not quite it. What's up, boys? Oh, Nick, who would win Metal Sonic or Mecha?
Who would win?
Who would win?
Which one can time travel better?
Who would win?
Imagine
mean,
if that
just-
was
Who would win?
like, we just call time travel winning from now on.
Who would time out?
Doesn't time out. I mean, at this point, I mean, Metal by a country mile. Like he's just had too many upgrades. He's just too powerful. Even in the classic games, you can't harm him directly. You can harm Mecha directly.
But what if it's because they never tried?
I want to see them fight. I'd like a good ass fight.
I
Between
mean, we
the two
did
of
it
them.
in Sonic Forces.
Wait, which one is which now? Because I'm getting very confused.
Mecha's
Not
the...
not Metal. Metal, I know.
Yeah,
but
Oh, do you remember S3K?
Metal is the one from CD.
are we talking?
Metal's from CD.
Yeah, I know. I know who Metal is.
Metal Sonic is from Sonic CD.
Thank
he also
you,
would go
I
on
know
to
that.
appear in the OVA.
Pup, shut the fuck up.
Metal
the fuck
Sonic
up.
is the Stardust Speedway one.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Sonic
Okay.
and Knuckles, Gilly.
Okay. So then
Sonic
which
wasn't
one?
in Sonic.
So
3
then
and
which?
Knuckles,
Okay,
you
then which
silly.
one is? Which one's the Sonic 2 one and which one's the ugly one?
They're all Mechasonic. That line is
Okay.
Mechasonic.
Okay, so which
No, the
Mecha
ugly
Sonic are we
one-
talking about?
Wasn't the ugly one called something else?
They had different names throughout the canon, but in Japan, that line is the Mechasonic line.
Okay, so we're talking about Mecha 3 then.
2, technically. It depends on who you talk to, but I assume, because usually when people talk about Mechasonic now, they default to the kick-ass looking one from Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay, so I vote Metal Sonic because Mecha Sonic looks try-hard.
Eat shit.
He thinks he looks cool, and he just looks like Sonic RoboCop.
He looks fucking cool as fuck because he looks like Sonic Robocop.
Sonic RoboCop would be cool.
That's cool.
I've spoilers for a video I'm gonna work on either this year or next. If Daniel didn't do what he did with Mecha, I would have been like, maybe that's how you make a robot Shadow. Because he looks like he would make a great robot.
Honestly,
clone
the
Shadow.
ugly little small one looks kind of RoboCop.
Oh,
Yeah.
the ugly little small one can just go fuck itself entirely.
Wait, the one from
Game
Sonic 2?
Yeah, Game
Game Gear
Gear.
Sonic 2. He also appeared in
Oh,
Mania,
okay.
so that's his only canon appearance.
Yeah. So
I
I don't know. At their peak, I mean, I think Mecha has a pretty good chance. He's the only one that can turn super, at least then. But I don't know if you want to count that or not. But there's a reason Metal's been around as long as he has, and that's because his design's fucking cool.
It's because it's the only thing they did right in CD.
No.
Too soon?
I like CD. CD's good.
I like
Like-
it.
I like CD.
I think CD is better than the first one.
I
Yeah,
agree.
okay.
The
I'll
first
take
one-
that.
The first one is good by the standard of it being a video game released in 1991, and it's still good today, but it's shit.
You mean a game? So you're talking about it's good because it came out in 1991
No,
and it's a
I'm
game.
saying it's
It's a
good.
game. It's a game you can play and beat.
No, like it's aged well, all things considered. It's just I think the
No, it
mechanics
has not.
the mechanics and the level design are at odds with one another. Is just my
Two
main-
and
I
three.
think it's aged better than a lot of other games. From the time.
I would agree with that.
Hey,
Yeah, but you're-
concur completely.
You're comparing it to other games around that time where a lot of games around that time literally couldn't be beaten from front to back because they were
I-
designed like shit
I-
and were just made to be too hard for no reason.
I mean, there were a lot of bangers that came out that year, though. To be
I-
completely fair,
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Castlevania
bangers that
4 and
aged.
Street Fighter
Yeah,
2.
yeah, and guess what? They aged better than Sonic One.
I like CD.
I like both. Of
I'm
those
talking about
games.
one, but
But I like CD.
CD's a more fun game than one. But
I think they had room to improve and grow, and I think they did. And
do you
I
remember?
think good ideas
do you
that
remember?
should be revisited.
Do you remember that like little stretch of years where people were convinced that CD was the secret best Sonic game?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
grew up through it.
It's really weird.
Yeah, because
So-
it's a weird game on a weird system, and it made it unique and special, and I think that's pretty fucking cool.
It
No,
is
but
it is a really interesting game.
It's
I'm
got a
talking,
vibe. I
okay,
think
Nick. I'm talking about the opinion. Okay, you'll relate to this. The opinion. What was it on? What was the fucking thing that you mentioned in your video? The Sonic was never good thing,
Oh yeah.
where they're like, "Oh, there's no good Sonic games," and then what's his face is like Sonic CD.
Yeah.
no, I get you. No, I get you. I'm not
That
disagreeing with
crazy opinion.
No, Gilly, look, I argue for the sake of the game itself. Like, if you want to be like, okay, gun to your head, classic games, I'm like Sonic 3K and Sonic 2, Country Mile. It's not even comparable.
I like CD more than Sonic 2.
That's fine, but I'm saying there was a big stretch of time where like a bunch of people
Hey.
for some reason like collectively had this weird opinion that came out of nowhere that like Sonic CD was the best one, but like nobody really played it.
I remember
yeah,
seeing
even
people say it was,
as-
like, the best one. and
Even
then-
as like a CD defender, a lot of that felt very I want to be different, and here's the weird one, and I'm gonna say that was secretly the best one. It's not as well designed as 2. I just prefer it.
I'm gonna say this. I think like collective opinions that one thing is like the best of all do the game or the product more harm than good. It's like when people say Citizen Kane is the best movie of all time. Anyone watching it with that knowledge or with that understanding of that's what it's supposed to be is going to be like, well, is that fucking it? You know, and that applies to any Sonic game, I think.
Yeah, it's like the Beatles.
Well, now hold on. I don't think they're the best band of all time or anything. I don't. You know what? I'm having an epiphany here. I should stop worrying about what is and isn't the best Sonic game.
I mean,
I'm quitting the show. Right?
Maybe there's also
Finally!
something to be said to understanding like the base value of quality and the importance in when a thing came out.
There is that, but
you
it
are
ultimately
a media critic.
yes, but it's also about preserving the reputation of it and having a more nuanced discussion than it's the best one. You fucking.
I think my thing with CD is like
fucking porn addict.
CDs. I think CD's level design like isn't memorable or necessarily good, but I think I like it more than one because CD's level design doesn't get in my way more than one does.
CD's level design doesn't punish you for trying to utilize the game's core mechanic.
Yeah.
It does though. I mean, that's
Not nearly as much.
There is
anywhere
shit.
near.
Which one was it?
Not even close to as much as Sonic 1 does. And I can get past things like putting the little spring in Green
Sonic
Hill to
1
dick you
actively tries to get you to not play it.
about. No, but it is absolutely like I like Sonic 1. But I kind of agree with Gilly in that like every level outside of Green Hill Zone is constantly made to just dick you about for even trying to go fast.
Here, you know what? Hold on.
Like,
I'm gonna give you.
who came
Here
up
you
with
go.
the idea? Like, and
Here,
I can
guys.
I can look past the water because again, one of my favorite classic Sonic level
Look at-
designs is a water level. Fucking
Look
Hydro.
at Backrooms. This is Sonic 1's level design. Here you go.
Fuck's sake. No, but as I was saying, again, I don't hold it against fucking Labyrinth Zone for being a water level because like water is whatever. It will slow you down, but like water's whatever. The main thing is that Labyrinth Zone is an incredibly tight maze course, and it's like we've got Fast Hedgehog here. Let's put him in an incredibly tight maze course with fucking spikes that burst out of the ground without any fucking warning. And I like Labyrinth Zone, but like it's not designed for Sonic.
It's not going to give the game too much shit for trying to figure things out and using
I'm
a lot
not either.
of.
I'm not either. I'm just saying, like, from the perspective that we're at today, like, compared to, like, 2, 3, and CD, I would say with confidence that it is by quite a long way the weakest. And that's how it should
absolutely,
be.
yeah.
And that's exactly how it
sure.
should be. If your
that's
first
how
game,
it should be.
if your first game is better than all the others, what the fuck are you doing? You know?
Yep. No, I'm in agreement. I just think the fan base kind of shits on that game a bit too much.
I think
I don't think they shit on it
I'm gonna be
enough,
honest.
I'm
I
gonna
think
be
one
honest.
is. I think one is probably the least fun 2D Sonic game.
Buddy,
I don't know. I've
No.
played some of the advanced
Yeah.
games.
I think I don't even like Sonic Advance, and I think that it's better than
But
Sonic
I mean,
1.
like, what if we throw things like Sonic 4 Episode 1 into
No,
the
I was
equation?
already gonna bring up Sonic 4 Episode 1, and I remember having more fun with that game than
Yeah,
Sonic 1.
but it's I would say it's definitely a worse quality product.
Oh no, it is 100%, but the level design doesn't punch me in the dick.
I
as
think
I'm
the
trying to
level
play it.
design is pretty fucking appalling in places in Sonic 4 Episode 1.
I want to get done.
Yeah, I
damn it.
would really
I-
love to have dinner
Yeah,
soon.
I have so much editing to do today, guys.
Oh, are we not doing the thing that we said?
I don't know now.
For fuck's sake, dude, it's noon. We were gonna be done an hour ago. Let's get this done. Let's get this done.
Burger.
Let's play a little Fortnite, just a little bit.
Burger.
All
I
right.
don't know if I can.
Crimson Rose, you're gonna play a goddamn game with me, Wayne.
Okay.
Crimson Rose with $5. What would you guys think about a skateboard minigame in Sonic Adventure 3?
Yes,
I'm fine
100%
with it.
yes. Yes, please.
I'm down with it. Just good mechanics. Sonic should work well with extreme sports.
Yeah.
I think they could learn a lot from the Tony Hawk series,
heck-
and for fuck's sake, everyone loves rail grinding.
Give him fucking skate park themed levels when he's not even on a skateboard and play with the rolling physics. Hell fucking yeah. Burger.
Incorporate more fun move tricks and point systems and stuff, because they kind of dick around with it on occasion. Build that into the open world. You're gonna have an unstoppable fucking Sonic game.
Hey, just real quick, anybody in the chat that's mentioning things like Blast and Tail Sky Patrol, I'm not talking about those games. That's not what I mean.
To be fair,
Don't
to be
fucking
fair,
count.
I'm
your
not
exact,
counting that.
your exact.
I'm not
fucking
counting.
wording.
I'm not counting bullshit.
Okay, so
I'm talking about games.
the worst 2D Sonic game, not the worst 2D Sonic
So
garbage.
you still have a higher degree of respect for Sonic 1 than those.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
There's no
Tail Sky Patrol isn't like terrible, but it's not a 2D Sonic game. It's not
You
even
have to force yourself to like that.
The 8-bit version. The 8-bit
Sonic
version.
Blast. You can't like. There's no liking that.
The
game.
8-bit version.
I kind of don't hate it.
The
I kinda
8-bit
don't hate it.
version of Sonic 2 can completely go fuck itself in every conceivable manner.
I think I like 8-bit Sonic 2 more than Sonic 1.
Oh, get the fuck! What the fuck?
I don't like Sonic 1.
But 8-bit Sonic 2 is
Sonic
just
1 Master
horrible.
System's pretty fucking good.
I
got
Wait, which one, Nick?
Sonic 1 for Master
Sonic
System?
1 for
Yeah,
Master
same.
System is
Pretty
good
solid.
if you have
All
a
the-
fucking save
I-
state to play with. 'cause
I
there's a
think
lot
all
of
the
unfair
8-bit
death.
Sonic games. I think all the 8-bit Sonic games aren't like bad.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think 8-bit Sonic got good until Sonic Chaos.
So, all right. Okay. Crimson Rose. I'm just doing it. $2, thank you, for Up Dog. Mr. SP, $5.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
Cream. Hyper cream would just be a sparkly cream with more intense pointing. Cheese would be a rainbow boy and would obliterate everything cream points at. Yeah, agreed. NBTV.
No, you are not taking this all into your own hands.
No.
This is Sunset
No.
City, not Game Apologist, so I'm reading for NBTV. NBTV sends 20 Canadian dollars. I got you, boys. Even 100 now. What an absolute legend. Thank you so much,
Read the rest.
NBTV. OzJam H sends $4.99. ADHD City, a Sonic podcast for the attention span. Oh, an Elmo onesie. Thank you, OzJam H. Way Plus Cool Kid sends $1.99. Anyone else copying the modern Sonic cable guy? That's a thing? Holy shit. Burger.
All right, let's not rush through this next one.
Jesus fucking Christ, Crimson Rose, you absolutely insane human being. Utterly fiscally irresponsible, but boy does that ever benefit us. Thank you so much for the $200 super chat. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you guys. Holy shit.
That Sonic corruption scene from Frontiers gave me 06 vibes. Also, I have a question. Which Sonic game is more broken, 06 or Boom Rise of Lyric? I would say 06 is the more broken game.
I would too, and it's less excusable.
06 has a central mechanic that never got coded properly, and now you can just spam one of the special moves at it just as much as you want. 06.
Crimson Rose. Why not more?
No,
Fair question.
We have another pub. I swear to God.
Okay, so that Jordo says to... I hope it was worth it. Geely.
This is Guiley.
Guiley. Okay, are we going to do a super chat cutoff now?
Absolutely, we're done.
Unless somebody sends another $200.
Yeah, if you want to send like or maybe a $400 like that.
No!
I mean,
Guys, please make sure you can eat. Please be...
Yeah, we'll be able to eat when we can
guys.
afford food, man. It's
Make sure you
fine.
can eat right after you make sure we can eat.
Yeah.
God damn
So
it.
thank you guys.
why not
Thank you
put
guys.
a little more money in the machine?
All right, no, we are past. We're at the 3-hour mark for a show where we had no news. Like we're done.
Well, we had a
Thank you
Tails
guys
game.
so
That's
much.
kind of news, right? Wait.
Thank you guys so much.
Wait.
Can you actually, Pup, on the title, can you
Uh-oh.
just, like... Can you change the title to And Shadow?
Yes. But we have to keep moving. So, oh boy, oh
Skeleton?
god, what are we gonna do now? Oh, he's gonna eat
Pup,
us.
what are you up to these days?
Oh, I don't fucking know, mate. I run a YouTube channel, don't I? Go check it out.
Gilly.
I'm working on something.
I'm working on.
You'll see it eventually. I'm dragging my feet. Also, everyone should check out a game that I played the other day. It's very good. I don't know if anybody here likes precision platformers like Celeste and Super Meat Boy and stuff like that, but I got a game in my inbox the other day that I played, and it's really good. And it is shamelessly Celeste, but it's Celeste where the main mechanic, instead of what Celeste's mechanics are. It's basically Flood from Mario Sunshine. It's called Germinal on Steam. And it's $15, and it's really fucking good. I just 100%ed it, and I'm trying to get as many people as possible to play it because it's really good.
Where did the skeleton go?
It's an indie game by a really small team, and they somehow got it out in 3 years, which is pretty crazy.
Hell yeah.
Guys, we've been saved by a hero. Whitey has killed the skeleton.
I want to put it in the chat.
Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights
No.
killed skeleton.
Wayne, what are you up to?
I'm actually making a video again. I'm hoping to have it out next week. I really want to have it out next week. All of the time that I have tried to dedicate to put aside for making this video has gotten sapped up by a million different things. Some of them I was very much happy to do. Others were arguments about Shadow the fucking Hedgehog. So we'll within the next week, I promise I'm gonna be uploading more Digimon like content again soon, and I hope you guys think it's as much fun as I do.
That's awesome. Well, looking forward to that. As for me, I just dropped my Scrapnik speed reading this morning, edited by the lovely Channel Pup here. So thank you again for.
No, I didn't edit that. That was Cecil.
Sure. And we got more Mecha March Madness happening, and I'm trying to kind of power through the last couple of videos here since we're all, except for fucking Wayne here, we're all going to be at PAX next week. So I want to be sure I have stuff ready to go, so we don't have to worry about any of that. And we should also...
We're going to Fogo de Chao again!
I'm excited. I'm so excited. We should mention right now, probably no show next week, unless, Wayne, you want to run another thing. I don't know what you want to do.
Depressing fucking I'm on my own episode.
If I can, I'll double check. I'm there's some weird scheduling stuff going on in my job, so I might actually be preoccupied next week. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after. Because I'll have to man the store for a Friday. But yeah, if I'm free, I'll try to do a Lil Wayne plays.
A Lil Wayne plays? What, fucking Lil Wayne is gonna be on the show?
Wayne, we still have to do our fireside chat.
We do still need our fireside chat.
We can do it to celebrate Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do more. I really want to figure out how we can schedule more of those, because those sound like a fun extra thing. I'd like to expand out on Sunset a little bit more.
I still find it so fucking funny that Tears of the Kingdom's announcement was a little delayed in the UK because the Queen died. Tears of the Kingdom! That's fucking hilarious. That's amazing. That's the funniest shit. God damn.
Wasn't there like a thing like you couldn't, or wasn't there a message about the Queen dying at like McDonald's on the
yeah, there was
kiosks?
on the touchscreen kiosk. You'd have a picture of the Queen. No, they went absolutely fucking ham at the time the Queen died.
My God.
Like, I even noticed like when we were driving through LA, because like the Queen died shortly before I went to America. When we were driving through LA, we even noticed like a flag at half-mast. There was like a British one, and we were like, "Oh, boo-hoo, little American person who misses the Queen."
Fucking amazing.
They turned the Queen into ham.
What? What?
What?
The chat.
What the fuck, child chat? What the fuck? No, but they did have this whole thing where you could, like, the Queen's corpse was touring around the country and you could go look at it. It was really weird. We're a really weird country. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm heading out. Wayne, do you want to get a game or two in before we have to get to work?
If I can manage it, let's fort some knights.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
Am I not invited now? What the fuck?
End the goddamn show.
I don't want to.
I just want to make videos again. What's that noise?
Do we want to do